defense attorney Charlton Allen.
That is driven not by evil intent, but by a desire to be accepted.
A psychologist testified that with rehabilitation and therapy or medication and therapy, Colt Gray can be rehabilitated behind bars. Superior Court Judge Nicholas Prim will sentence Gray on 55 charges, including murder, aggravated assault, battery, and first-degree child cruelty. The judge says he hopes to have a ruling by 3:40 this afternoon. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
And we will bring you that sentence live when it's announced on 95.5 WSB and the WSB radio app. 94 degrees in Atlanta. We do have a heat advisory.
The heat index values will be closer to 100 to 105, and that's courtesy of the humidity in place.
Will we see any rain and storms tonight? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. Big job losses at a major metro Atlanta employer.
Wellstar is one of Georgia's largest nonprofit hospital systems, and in a statement sent to WSB, Wellstar says, quote, following a comprehensive review of our organization, we made the difficult decision to implement workforce reductions that impact our corporate and shared services functions, as well as certain administrative roles within Wellstar Medical Group. Now, these cuts will impact nearly 800 positions. The cuts will not impact doctors, nurses, or other clinical staff. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
And Marietta-based Wellstar agrees to pay over $4 million to settle a class action lawsuit over the privacy of your medical records.
Wellstar was accused of sharing patients' health information from MyChart to third parties, which include Meta and Google. WSB consumer expert Clark Howard.
This is not a shock at all. It's part of a pattern that the privacy we thought we had through HIPAA doesn't really exist today anymore.
Wellstar says the settlement is not an admission of guilt. The deal first must be approved by a judge to finalize it. Then those affected will be notified by mail. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
President Trump pays tribute to South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham during a funeral service at Washington National Cathedral.
A true American original who left us much too soon.
President Trump calls Graham a beloved friend and giant of the U.S. Senate. The funeral comes just over 2 weeks after Graham's sudden death at the age of 71. One of Atlanta's top 10 most wanted is arrested in Utah. Atlanta police, along with the FBI, arrested Rodrigo Russell. He's wanted for his role in 2023 double homicide in northwest Atlanta. With this arrest, all 3 suspects in the case are now in custody. It is 3:03, and the Von Hessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. It's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, I'm here in DeKalb. Authorities responding to a vehicle fire, 285 northbound, the outer loop at Memorial Drive, exit 41. I'm going to try to get eyes on this on the jam cam, but already slowing back toward Covington Highway. Earlier overturned trailer crash is cleared on the 285 eastbound interloop low ramp right at I-75 in Cobb. So those delays from South Atlanta Road should start to improve, and already a packed house toward Midtown. Southbound from the 85-400 merge down toward Atlantic Station. Northbound filling in from University Avenue to Freedom Parkway. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. A mix of sun and clouds, hot and humid today, high 97, but the humidity will make the feels like heat index closer to 100 to 105. Monitoring for a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms after midnight into early tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow afternoon, daytime highs in the low 90s with drier air moving in.
And it is hot outside right now. Roswell 94, McDonough 93, and Fairburn 92. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 1 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. I'm your host, Eric Von Hessler. Surrounded by me mates, the Doctrinaires. Tim Andrews is here. Autumn Fisher is here. George Clark is here. Jared Yamamoto is here. The whole damn gang. Can you move that just a little bit that way? I'd like to see your lovely face, Tim Andrews. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I find your face to be better looking than the back of that monitor.
Really? I would beg to differ.
Look, I know that's not a big, it's not exactly, the standard isn't high. I just wanted to let you know.
I don't like looking at myself. Look at it.
What's wrong with you?
I'm looking like an old woman. You guys want me to step out for a
Yeah,
second?
no,
You guys need a minute?
Yeah.
What are you insinuating?
Hey.
I mean, the fact that he needs to look at you like that.
Well, I like
two
looking
men
at
can't
you.
compliment
What's
each other
wrong
on their
with-
looks.
That's right.
That's a
I
little,
just say, hey, you look better than the back of that monitor.
a little
That's
gay fear over here.
That's
Homophobia.
See, we're comfortable with ourselves and who we are.
And he's a millennial. He's supposed to be enlightened.
Yeah. Well, that's all BS from the millennials.
Yeah.
They're either as enlightened as all the generations before them, or maybe just a little bit less. I don't know.
You know how women are.
Hysterical constantly. Got a story about a vacuum cleaner, Autumn?
Hey, hang in there. Hey, Autumn will like this one.
Ooh.
A story about vacuum cleaners.
Is it about giving birth?
Oh, yeah, because she's done that, and boy, has she regretted it.
That's not true. I want to do it again, but I won't. But I don't.
It's a sentient robotic vacuum with emotional problems.
You are going to love this.
Are you describing me?
No. This is kind of saying that you would be compatible with this vacuum cleaner, I think is what he's saying. You're going to love it. Because while you're vacuuming, you can kind of provide therapy for one another, be confidants. You can, hey, who do you like? Okay, like in your life, we know that you don't have many friends up there in Baltimore. Lord knows you've only been there for 12 years or something, and it's understandable. You're new to the area of Baltimore, but so you have the one friend. We know that. So who, like, you've been with Joe for a few years now? 3, 4, 3,
2 officially, 3.
Okay. Yeah, somewhere in there. All right. So when it's time to bitch about your boyfriend, who's that confidant? Who is that on the phone with your friend in Chattanooga, or is there somebody there that you can bitch about your boyfriend?
It's to my friend in Chattanooga, my friend in Lawrenceville, Grayson.
Okay.
Yeah, I talked to them.
So, are there no people that live around you that you could meet and strike up that kind of friendship with?
I misspoke when I said I have like one friend. I've got like
at least 3.
At least 2.
Okay, hey, that's good. 2 is better than 1.
Hey, but here's the thing:
it's like people I know.
Yes,
you know what I mean. But like, I feel like there's maybe 2 people here that I would like call for something.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Everybody else is like, I know them. Hi, how are you?
Well, we know you're a good time Sally. So like you got all the. I just thought a good time Sally.
I like that term.
That implies like sex.
No. I'm seeing it as the
good time Sally.
No, I'm seeing it as the analog of Good Time Charlie. So you would be Sally and Charlie would be together.
Okay.
Now there is this. The only reason I know about Good Time Charlie is the song "Good Time Charlie's Got the Blues."
Everybody's gone away.
Good Time Charlie's got the blues. So I think of Good Time Charlie is he's the guy at the bar and everybody likes him.
Everybody leaves, but eventually they grow out of it and he's still there.
Good Time Charlie. But so I say what I meant by you're a Good Time Sally is I think that you like a good time and people like you for that. So I imagine you have many acquaintances.
Sure.
Just not, for some reason, you just don't seem to bond deeply with these people. You know what? I think it's a good thing at your age because you know what? What are you, 43?
44.
44 years of age. So at this point, any new friends you make, you're really kind of teeing up more funerals down the line.
And
I think you have
that's
to
how I
protect.
think. I think about death all the time.
That's how I think. No, I don't think about. I'm not thinking
I know
about
you
death.
do.
I'm thinking about it's such a pain in the ass to have to go to 900 of these things. At a certain point, you got Jared Yamamoto. He's in the wedding phase of his life.
Yeah.
And it has not
baby.
ended.
No, he's in like wedding / he's moving into baby shower.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Lots of baby showers.
Still have got 6 weddings this
And then
year. I thought it was going to cool off this year.
I'm
I thought
actually
it was
going to a
next
wedding
year.
this week, so it never really ends. But
Everybody's getting older, getting married older, so that's why.
That's
it's
not
that's
good.
why
It goes on too long.
The what?
My only point is somewhere in there, he and his wife, they will have like a 10-year period where there aren't necessarily a whole lot of weddings or a whole lot of funerals. And then the weddings will pretty much be behind you, and it'll be all.
It starts with your friend's parents.
Yes.
And then it turns into your friend.
Well, it also starts with your, with your grandparents and all. You just start.
That happens
it just
younger, the
starts
grandparents.
Well, it depends. Depends on how hardy they are.
That's why it's important to celebrate birthdays.
It all depends. It all depends.
It all depends. I mean, everything we talk about.
I mean, look, nobody thought that they'd be going to Tim Andrews' baby shower.
That's
at
right.
Whatever age.
He was
So it all
73.
depends.
My wife had to have her baby shower online because of Dr. Fauci and the Chinese.
All right. We don't need your. We don't
the
need,
bats from China.
Yes, we don't need to relitigate the COVID-19 situation, sir. That's all well behind us.
I'm sure it was a lovely shower,
I
whether
hear
it was
it.
online
Can
or
you
not.
see me? Hello? Hello? Are you there? All right. Who else is connected?
I don't think my microphone's working.
Yeah. I don't know how to. What do I do?
We had to do that when.
And my 50th birthday, same thing.
We had to do that when my oldest got engaged. And it was first, he was going to get married right there in the middle of the pandemic. It got pushed back a few months, but we had this thing where the family from everywhere was online, and it was kind of, actually it was more orderly than when you actually have people in a room.
Yeah.
Because basically you went from box to box and everybody said something, whatever. And strangely enough, no one filibustered the way it happens in real life. There's always somebody, because probably nobody was drunk.
Right, yeah.
It's like everybody had their thing to say. It was nice. It was relatively brief for all of them. But when you're at a wedding, there's just always somebody who's going to pick up that microphone.
I was talking to Sheila at tennis, and she was bringing the orange slices, and I told her I was bringing the orange slices.
What does that have to do with any wedding? What is that?
We had told Susan to bring the cups, but she brought the plates, and I just don't understand how Susan can be so confusing.
And then Rebecca was born. That's when you know it's going to be a long speech. Like, oh, no.
And then she was born.
Her water broke. We got to go.
I was at a wedding of a friend once, and I won't say my friend's name, but if he is listening, no, it's not Stefan. If he is
in the room looking at me right now.
if he is listening, I don't think he would mind because it's very, very funny. So at the wedding, maybe it was the night before. Maybe it was the night before the dinner or whatever. And his mom gets up and speaks. And I can't remember exactly what she said, but the gist of her speech was the night that the spark of life happened for this young man whose wedding we were all at.
Oh.
How
this young man was made?
Yes. She described being bored and staring at the ceiling during her speech. By the way, Dad was there. Dad was sitting right there. And my wife and I couldn't believe it. It was one of the greatest.
I was staring at the ceiling like, when's this guy gonna finish his
like,
business?
I remember.
And 2 weeks later, I miss a monthly, and then here we are.
And then she said something like she remembers the color of the ceiling because she was staring, boring.
No, waiting.
I mean, did it at least like?
And she was. I mean, I
waiting so I could get up again and go.
She was an interesting person. She was an opera singer. She was an interesting person. Rest in peace. But she had her own kind of way. She had her own kind of way. She had her own kind of way. And that one was just like where everybody's kind of like gasp. Okay.
Did she at least like bring it together at the end?
No, I mean I can't remember the whole thing.
And that's why he's boring.
It was well over 20 years ago. I can't remember the whole thing. The part that stands out is
that like a story that they always tell?
I'd known them for years and had never heard it up to that point. Okay. So no, I think she was a free spirit, I guess, so to speak.
Not so free in that moment.
I mean, I don't know how her husband felt sitting there while that little story was told.
That's what I'm saying. Like these people must have told this story previously.
I think that they were. I don't think that they were as at their most in love at that point. Yeah. I'll put it that way. Okay. The kids are grown and they were doing. I don't psychoanalyze it that much. Other than she doesn't have a filter and didn't realize that wasn't the place to maybe tell that story. All right, I saw epic diarrhea. I saw that.
Ooh, epic?
Yeah,
not explosive. Yeah, it changed to the epic.
Yeah,
thing?
It changed to epic rather than explosive.
Should we call it the epic D's?
The epic D's. Epic
Why
diarrhea.
would they change it? I think explosive works well.
I think it does
epic
too.
D's is something else.
Maybe the people. Maybe the people at Ars Technica decided, you know what, we don't want to use that same thing over and over again in our headline.
They got grilled.
Nothing burger.
Now it says epic diarrhea outbreak has 40% of Americans avoiding fruits and veggies. And I got to say, I'm kind of one of them. I just make my wife cook everything. Today, I had
even your lettuce.
I had a wonderful dessert.
I make my wife do it all.
Cooked up. I don't
Unlike
make
before
her.
when you were doing
No,
it all.
she was going to do it. I'm saying don't serve it to me without cooking it. But today I had cooked up peaches and something else. And just cook it. Just cook it. I don't need this. Although we're not one of the states that are standing out.
We're still okay. We're in the clear.
Well, I mean, there's got to be some of it here. And every time anything happens in my lower GI, I'm like, I've got it. I know. I'm more afraid of this than I ever was of COVID.
Wow.
Really?
Maybe in the first week.
I do.
30 days of sitting on the John.
It's up to 30 days.
Okay, it could be just 2 weeks.
Could be
14.
Could be an hour.
Like, sweet.
No, I
10
think
pounds, bye.
What if you land in L.A. for this wedding?
You know, you can run.
No thanks. I'll get the runs before I run.
What if you land in L.A. for this wedding and you've got it?
You know, you think I haven't thought about that? That this would be the week. That it would just be perfect. I got sick when I was in Spain. Not horribly sick, but sick enough that I had to, suppress a cough for 20 hours on the way back.
But that wasn't tummy sick.
No, it was. I had a cough, and it was still not so far after the pandemic that I didn't want to be the person coughing for 7 straight hours crossing the Atlantic. Because I just knew people around me would get all freaked out. We were out of it, but that there were still people saying we should still be wearing masks and all that.
Nobody
kind of
likes somebody coughing on a long haul flight like that.
Right. And
especially you're sitting near them. Like,
I did nothing.
"Please."
I downed like these sort of menthol drops or whatever for.
Oh, to stop yourself from. We
Yeah,
talked
for
about that
s-
because
yeah,
you were
yeah,
like, you can
yeah.
overdose on those.
No, I did, and then by the second flight from New York, it was just nothing but gas. But it didn't smell.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
the
cough.
menthol.
Yeah,
It did.
yeah.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
You were nose
I
blind.
know.
You were gassing up everybody on that plane.
I did a recon. I did the first one just to see, how it settled. And then when I saw, I'm in luck here. This is just air. Then I just let it, I just let it fly from New York City to Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, God bless those people
Otherwise,
that
I
were
would have
sitting around you.
exploded.
Created a tailwind.
Seriously.
We did get here quicker. I don't know if the two have anything in common, but I don't know how we got on that.
You're going.
The epic D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rhea.
D-Rhea.
So
could
I'm just
happen that way.
avoiding. I'm avoiding just anything that has to do it until I find. Because do you get the feeling that I don't get the feeling that they really know? I still feel like they're guessing. Yeah,
Oh, no.
Midwest.
I think they absolutely know, and that this Taylor Farms or whatever is
they
in
gave
pockets of
money.
people.
They gave them. Well, they gave $1 million to Trump's super PAC. I know
And then
that.
isn't that interesting? They had a false. Now this is a false positive.
Now, yes,
Yeah.
that. Now here we go. That is interesting, but I think they're still blaming the Taylor Farms. I think.
Still no. It absolutely is Taylor
Yeah.
Farms.
Oh, look, she's an expert.
But
now.
they overhype
She's looked into it
Don't-
herself.
Don't, you
I
lean
do
into
know.
that they
trying to
overhype
get
these
it, I told
things?
They may. She's following him around, trying to get it.
Hey.
Target.
I don't know what's
Taco Bell,
overhyped.
let's
I
go.
mean, if they say 3,000 people have it, do you
I
think
don't
that
know.
3,000 people don't have it? I mean, what's
I think
the
it's higher than
overhype?
that, higher than
I
that.
think it's probably higher than that. And
You give them a medical thing, and the news media will run with it and drooling. We get ratings.
yeah, but it's not a.
Be
it's not-
scared.
it's not something that they can go on and on and on.
Wear a
It's
butt
not-
mask.
It's not a virus.
Folks, wear a butt mask.
Get your jab and
If you get the jab there, you won't get it. They'll plug you up. Double butt mask.
Now, before I said, Jared Yamamoto told me this is Shark Week. Is it?
Yeah, it's Shark Week this week.
I don't know. It's
It doesn't hit like it used to.
Well, I mean, somebody makes sure that it is Shark Week because
It
I'm
is.
seeing the story. How to watch full TV schedule could be next week for all I know.
I'll ask ChatGPT.
The reason I don't know.
So I don't know about Shark Week anymore.
It is Shark Week.
Yep.
What did you just say, Autumn? I did not hear that. I didn't.
I said I'm in perimenopose, so
Oh, I
I'm not
get
as
it.
familiar with Shark Week.
Those days are they're behind you.
Old
Because
lady's getting older.
she's drying up.
Dry as a bone, UTIs galore.
We should have a party for you, Autumn.
Oh, it's all over for Autumn. She has nothing more to produce or give to the world.
To contribute as a woman.
Now it's just time for her to
It's over.
go into the corner and just start her needlepoint and just stay there
She
forever.
can keep doing trivia.
Would you like me to darn your sock?
How come you don't
Yes.
meet people? So you go and you work at the trivia thing. How come you don't meet people like that? You become really good friends there.
Oh, I do have a friend
Okay.
She's in a band. She's in her 50s.
All right, there you
Her
go.
name's Michelle.
Okay, all right.
You have two
She's in a
friends
band.
named Michelle. Then.
Is she a lead
That's right.
singer or is she on the keyboards? Or
She's a
something?
singer.
Uh-huh.
I think she might play a little guitar. I don't know.
Cover
I've
band?
only seen her sing.
Oh, okay. Have you gone to see her do a show?
Yes.
Okay.
Very
See what I'm saying.
talented.
Cover band? What do?
They do like
Here's an original, so you can go to the bathroom. That kind of thing.
they do have some original things. I have not heard her do original things, but she does like, it's like three people. Sometimes it's more with like a horn,
Okay. I
Some
got it.
horns.
She's got
It's
some
nice. She
musician
does, like,
friends and
country
whoever's
clubs and,
available.
like, restaurants for holidays and
Yeah, it's good money. It's good. It's good side money.
Walking around money.
Good. Well, I don't know about walking around money, but I think it's good to add. It helps me pay my bills money, which is a little bit different from.
She's 1099s, the musicians she works with.
Yeah, sounds like she has she knows a bunch of musicians, and then the ones that are available for whatever individual gigs, then they do it that way. It's not a bad
Very
life.
talented, really great. Sharing knowledge, the two of us. It's good.
Sharing knowledge, really, between your entertainment things, you being a broadcaster and she being a singer in a cover band.
Well, here in Maryland, I'm not really a broadcaster. I'm a trivia person. I do trivia.
You're known as that.
Yeah, because
That's
nobody
your-
knows
That's your
the
lead
show.
thing.
Single mom.
What?
Single mom.
Single mom.
That's the most
A
important
single
thing.
mom who works two
Jobs.
loves her kids. and
Well,
needs
listen, I want to say maybe everybody should just stop doing everything, stop pursuing every dream, stop even dreaming about things to pursue, because I saw this headline in the Daily Mail. So hold on to yourselves, because I don't know what to do with this.
Oh, so we're past Shark Week here.
Well, I was going to go into a whole Shark Week thing, and then I got
Tonight,
we'll go back to it.
8 o'clock, we have Jurassic Sharks.
I don't care.
Jared will not let you go.
I don't
He said-
care. No, because
said,
he's a
"Do you want
millennial,
to?"
and he
And
knows
you're
it's
like,
a
"No."
35th year.
No, who cares? You know what? It's the 35th year.
Oh, God.
Somewhere in the nobody cared for the first few years, and then there were like 3 years in the middle there where people cared, and people haven't cared
Like,
since
ironically, it was kind of like cool, but like
Yeah.
silly.
All right, what about at 10 o'clock tonight? You have Chum Island,
then.
Catching a Killer.
All right, I'm done. I'm done
I
with
know
you and
Chum
the Shark Week.
Oh,
Sexy place.
I like that one.
The word chum. There's something about the
Hey,
word chum.
Hello, old
Wow,
chum.
Well, it doesn't matter if it's Shark Week or anything, because you do what you want, what you will, with this headline. Earth's catastrophic cycle. Study reveals how our planet's biggest disasters strike every 27 million years, and it suggests we could be due one soon.
Oh, no.
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 With just our luck, and we happen to be here 27 million years after the last 27 million year thing.
Say it ain't so.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm getting my things together. I love the idea that even if it was within that like if we're in the 27th million year, that's still a million years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and,
it's
and
like-
cosmically, it's very low.
Yeah, it's 27 million years is very low? Yes, it is. Well, that makes me even more frightened, because that says maybe it will happen while I'm alive. So it's at different levels. So yes, cosmically, it's a very short period of time. It's a blink of an eye. But in a human's life, about 100 years or thereabouts, the odds that it would happen during the time your eyeballs are working are very, very, very low. Even though cosmically it's a blink of an eye.
I would hate for
within
it to
that
interrupt
blink
Shark
of an
Week.
eye. What? No,
I would hate for it to affect Shark Week.
Yeah.
that would be
right?
the worst. That would be the
Jurassic
worst.
Sharks?
You know what?
I don't want that interrupted tonight.
I was thinking losing Shakespeare would be a big deal, but you're right. Shark Week.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we lose, that we never get back.
There's a possibility, guys, that this could happen within the next 2 million years.
Well,
That's what I'm saying. Get your stuff together.
yeah.
Okay.
Live every day.
If I put everything in storage, will it be all right?
No, it's all going up.
I'm eating lettuce.
Yeah. You know what? You might as well.
Yeah, at this point,
Go ahead.
Live on the wild
You know what?
side.
I'm going to go find these parasites and eat them a la carte.
Salad for dinner.
Do you eat salad right now? I'm not eating salad. Maybe I should be.
was at IKEA and I almost picked up the Caesar salad that was in there, and
Mm-hmm.
Joe made me not do it.
That'd be fine.
Because that's a
what I thought.
prepackaged.
I was
It's
like,
prepackaged. I know you're probably fine. That's true, but why take the chance?
I bought a bagged salad last night at Trader Joe's, and the lady checking me out brought it up.
Don't get sick now.
Oh, is she like, what, you living on the edge?
Yeah, exactly. You go, whoa, all right. She was like, I don't think our stuff is tainted, though. It's all that Taylor Farm stuff.
Well, I think that maybe whether or not people should be staying away from all lettuce, I think those prepackaged meals. I think maybe
in particular.
I think maybe because of the salmonella thing and the E. coli thing, where they show up in there a lot. I don't know if the parasite's more likely to show up in there. I saw that iceberg lettuce was a problem.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
Sliced up or the head?
I'm throwing the dice.
Sliced up.
Okay, I can get the head.
See, George is still young enough to throw the dice. He
No, I
doesn't
think
care.
it's fine. I agree with George. I think that right now you can get great deals on the Taylor Farms lettuce.
Well, we're about a month in, so I'm thinking like if there's a bunch of people that went to this Trader Joe's and got explosive diarrhea, they'd know about it at least by now.
Unless this is a new shipment that comes from the. You're assuming they probably bring. First of all, are you assuming that you're buying?
In your stomach.
Yeah.
I like this in George's mind. This is safe because this is a month old. I'm buying month-old lettuce. All right, we're all going to get through it, though, right?
Yeah.
Right, Dr. Fauci? We're all going to get through it.
yeah, it's in my diary. I did not eat any lettuce that made me poop.
Get any size air conditioner for $69.99 a month, 0 down, an unbeatable lifetime warranty, and ask about clean air upgrades. Visit reliableair.com to book your free estimate today.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now, 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
When materials are late, everything's late. Labor's waiting, clients are waiting, and that costs you. Dave Baker here, and the pros I know rely on Randall Brothers. Randall Brothers delivers complete, accurate, on-time orders, wrapped right and ready to go. No half-right shipments, no guessing games, just dependable service that keeps your job moving. If you're tired of chasing materials, there's a better way to build. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no hassle deliveries. RandallBrothers.com.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep. I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh. I guess I am a genius.
All right, easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
Tara Fine Jewelry Company, just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia in Buford. Coveted brands like De Beers Code of Origin Diamonds, Mikimoto, Roberto Coin, fine Swiss watches, and so much more. Visit Tara Fine Jewelry Company in Buford today.
The best Zero Res deal is back. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109 plus a free hallway. Last time, our schedule filled up fast. Book your cleaning today at ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards, it's the right way to clean.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorney.
Sweet James, the only firm to call if you're hurt in a crash. 800-9-million and sweetjames.com.
Georgia Power is here for you with programs, tools, and incentives that lower your bill. But we also have a few ways you can save right now. Unplug devices like TVs when they're not being used, or use a power strip you can switch off. Make sure you're only using the lights you need. Change out your HVAC filter and make sure your vents are clear. Set your thermostat at 78 for max efficiency. But every degree closer helps. Because everything we save on energy can be better spent being there for the people we care about. Visit GeorgiaPower.com for more energy-saving tips.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our top local story, we could just be moments away from learning the sentence for Appalachia High School shooter Colt Gray. A Barrow County judge is expected to make his decision soon. During his closing argument, District Attorney Brad Smith asked for the longest sentence.
Colt Gray cannot be in society. And I ask you to sentence him to life without the possibility of parole.
Defense attorney Charlton Allen.
That is driven not by evil intent, but by a desire to be accepted.
Gray entered guilty pleas to 55 counts on Friday, including murder. A judge will decide whether Gray will spend life in prison with or without parole. When the sentence is announced, you can hear it live on 95.5 WSB and the WSB radio app. One of Georgia's largest nonprofit hospital systems is laying off hundreds of workers. Wellstar is cutting nearly 800 employees to reduce costs and streamline operations. The layoffs will affect Wellstar's corporate and shared service teams, as well as administrative functions at Wellstar Medical Group. The cuts do not include doctors, nurses, and clinical staff. Wellstar is in the midst of opening new hospitals and major medical facilities in Metro Atlanta and other parts of the state. President Trump is among those bidding farewell to South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham today. While speaking at Graham's funeral service at Washington National Cathedral, the president calls Graham a beloved friend and giant of the U.S. Senate. You could lease your iPhone, just like a car. Apple is trying a new leasing plan, allowing customers to lease certain devices for up to 3 years. WSB consumer expert Clark Howard says some might like it.
It's a great idea for Apple, and it's a great idea for people who must have the newest, greatest phone and equipment all the time.
But for others, he says it's not such a good idea. It'll cover iPhones, Macs, iPads, and Apple Watches for $17.99 a month. It is now 3:32 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather in the 24-hour traffic center. Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, watching the big jam east side perimeter due to car fire cleanup. 285 northbound, the outer loop Memorial Drive, exit 41. Travel advisory in place there. They are in multiple right lanes. The fire's doused, but cleanup process is underway. You are slow back to Flat Shoals, exit 48. If you head through downtown as an alternate, I'm seeing brake lights. 75, 85 northbound from before University Avenue up to Peachtree Pine Street. Southbound already a full house from the 85 400 merge down past Freedom Parkway. And better news, west side perimeter. Crash that was in the right lane has cleared. 285 northbound, the inner loop before Cobb Parkway. Still some delays back towards South Cobb Drive, but those should start to improve as you make that trek up toward Vinings in the Truist Park region. From the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. Partly cloudy, hot today with a high of 97, but the humidity will make it feel more like 100 to 105. Late tonight, a line of rain showers and thunderstorms will roll through, rumbling through the early morning hours. Drying out tomorrow afternoon with drier air moving in, highs still in the low 90s.
And right now it's 93 in Cartersville, 95 in Conyers, 96 in Decatur. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Motorcycle riders know that a distracted driver can knock you down. It's nice to know that Steel Horse Law can pick you back up. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler for Steel Horse Law, the Stein and Karen Law Group. In the worst possible scenario, when someone causes you to lay your bike down, Steel Horse Law will get you the best possible settlement. Their name strikes fear in the heart of big insurance companies because Steel Horse Law is respected and will make them pay. Visit steelhorselaw.com.
At Emory Healthcare, there's a whole team of people devoted to medicine that envisions the future, so you can do the same. When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. The power of second chances is here every day, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home. Emory Healthcare, the front line of care, the forefront of discovery. Visit emoryhealthcare.org/discover.
Scott Slade here to talk to you about your health, and I think it's real important to talk about what is most likely to kill you. Heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and the older we get, the more prevalent it is. But you can reduce your risk. Eat right, don't smoke, exercise, and be informed about what's going on in your own body. Like lots of potentially serious health problems, if you catch heart disease early, you vastly increase your chances of living a longer life. And that's where virtual imaging comes in. Virtual imaging scans take less than 10 minutes and screen with 98% accuracy for heart disease. Other scans, including brain and full body, are available too. Virtual imaging is locally owned and operated in Atlanta for over 15 years, so they can make you this terrific offer. A complimentary heart scan for you and your spouse with a few minimum requirements. So don't put this off. I've done it. Call Virtual Imaging today for your free heart scan. 770-678-SCAN. That's 770-678-7226. Or visit their website at virtualimagingatl.com.
All right, a vanity update, if you will. Question on the table. Is there a wrinkle resurgence happening? So this is about, obviously, Botox. Been around since about 2002. And so, and all the other things, I guess there's a bunch of other things. These, what are they, like neurotoxins?
Yeah.
And
Dysport.
so people have been using these for a long time. And now some clients, apparently, are 30 and older, it says here, are going to their dermatologists excuse me, and asking them if they don't want the smooth forehead because everybody has a smooth forehead, but they still want to look younger. So now they want to tweak it. So I guess there's a way now where you Botox yourself, but then you make sure to maintain a slight patina of wrinkles.
It's called strategic wrinkling.
Oh, at least enough for furrowing and raising the brows.
I don't like it. I want to stay this way without any of that.
You know, the weird thing is you were born like your body will do this naturally. Furrowing and brow. Like,
Yeah.
You're the one who's decided to interrupt that.
Oh, I like it this way.
Yeah?
Uh-huh. It's very nice. I can barely move my lips. I drool a lot.
Yeah.
I can hardly cry.
But you look great.
Thank you so much.
Well, apparently that is the kind of criticism that's getting to these people now. And so, and I guess probably.
This is an economic indicator. When I saw this story, when you put this in, Eric, I read it, and I'm like, this is an economic indicator because when you start Botox, you can't stop it.
Right.
And the reason why people are now saying that strategic wrinkling is a look now is because it's probably cheaper to have some areas of your face not Botox than to do the full thing.
So you're saying they're taking lemons and making lemonade.
Yes.
It's
that's
really
exactly
a
what they're
financial
doing.
decision. They're going, no. What I decided was I need a few wrinkles.
Yes.
Well, I hate it so much I have my elbows done.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, you can't see the wrinkles on my elbows.
You know what else decided you needed a few wrinkles? Nature.
I hate nature.
The
Nature
natural.
also gave me reflux, so
Well, listen, but reflux can be dealt with dietary changes.
I'm not going to do that. I want
pizza. Prilosec, baby.
That's right. F your body.
That's right.
Yes.
Just take it, neutralize your your system, and then
Your
just
gut biome.
and then just pour hot pockets down your throat.
Oh, yeah.
Just slice them in half. Don't even eat the pastry part.
Just lick the inside.
Just drink it.
Like milk it.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Full of its goo.
And it's hottest because you've got the drugs. It's not going to matter.
I see here, guys, that one of the alternatives that helps you get this this type of wrinkling here is radio frequency microneedling. I wonder if we're responsible
I
for
think
that.
I'm board
No, we
certified.
get it all the time, yeah.
I'm board certified for that.
Put your
Radio.
face
That's why I've
close
got
to
so
the
many.
radio.
That's what they say. I got a face made for radio.
Yeah.
I got a face made by radio. People don't know the stress I've been through.
I've got a micro needle.
So do I, unfortunately.
Yeah, I've heard about it. It's tough. It's rough. Yeah. Do you inform them before, or do you let them find out in the midst of the, you know?
I like the laughter, so I
Yeah.
spring it on them.
I wonder in the micro situation, which is, you know, it affects a very small portion of the society.
God bless them.
Very small.
Absolutely.
Hey.
I wonder what would the protocol be? Do you let somebody know beforehand, or do you just?
You kind of have to.
I think
don't you?
yeah, it should be in your bio.
Yes, you should
It
let
should be in your
someone
bio.
know.
Yeah.
Why?
You don't want to get
Because
laughed at.
Why?
I'm talking about I'm not talking about small. I'm talking about
micro.
Micro. I'm talking about. I think you got to let somebody know.
What if she
now,
falls
some
in
people,
love with you for who you are, and then you reveal?
Then she's going to be disappointed and in love.
Oh, so years and years ago, back in the 80s, a friend of mine, I was living in Western New York, and a friend of mine had, I think it was her sister, lived in California. And she told me then exactly what you're talking about happened in the apartment complex. She hadn't been with a guy. She hadn't had a boyfriend in a long time. She was probably, my friend was at that time in her mid-30s or close to 40, so she's probably the same. And she meets this guy in her apartment complex, just falls madly in love with him. Just he's the nicest guy in the world. He's kind, considerate, whatever. Just ever, she's like, oh my goodness, where did this person come from? She went from thinking that all was lost to, oh my goodness, I've actually, this is a wonderful person. And then the moment came, and that was revealed. And all I know from my friend told me that she just went home and cried all night, which says to me she didn't reach out and try. She just like, she just went and cried all night because obviously it wasn't something that she was going to be able to deal with.
Nice guys always finish last.
Yeah. Maybe.
Nowadays,
Yeah.
I feel like.
There's tools.
Yeah, there's tools that could not just
like
what, but also like.
Here, wear this over it.
Yeah.
Oh, fun for him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just saying. If you love each other, if you really like this person, you're like, you know what? Let's see. And then if that is not something that you can deal with or is enjoyable for you, then yeah.
And if you want to know how, I have told the story a long time ago, but how mean my wife was when she was in college. Not that mean now. But when she was in college, she had an experience like that. She went into the bathroom, opened the window, and left.
Oh no!
Climbed out the window.
Guy.
That was after laughing at him. I think she was a college mean girl. I don't know.
This explains.
I met her after college, so she was a different person. I have escaped places before, though. I have said to somebody, "Yeah, I just need to go freshen up," and I'll never come back. I have done that before.
Wow.
But only because there was an emergency and I was needed somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Away from whatever.
There was a fire. There was a fire and children needed to be rescued. And so I would never hurt somebody's feelings like that. That's no way to talk around sex. I think we did a pretty good job there. I think everybody listening knew what we were talking about.
Absolutely.
And yet it was still FCC friendly.
I think it was very FCC friendly.
I think we should get one of these awards that you people are just so. I mean, you would not believe it in here today.
Hey.
It's like Jared and Tim is like, okay, well, who's
Hold on a second.
Who's being nominated?
Hold on a second. Before you set it up like that.
I'm setting it up like that because that's the way that I see it. I don't understand why people would care about
Number
such
one,
things.
WSB up for News Talk Station of the Year.
Okay,
Big deal.
what does
That's
that do
great.
for me? What
We
does
have
that do?
that every year.
Well, we got like 9,000 of those banners. What does it do for me?
I think that it's a
What
good
does
thing.
it do?
No, it's not about what it does for you.
me?
It's what it does for Jared because he is.
What does it do for Jared?
Well, it makes it so that he is part of put on his CV.
And
I'm
hey-
part of a company that is this and that, and isn't that prestigious?
And if we win,
Yeah.
my friend Jeff's company can make another banner.
Okay, well, there's that.
There you go.
At least there's something
See?
to that.
And also,
listen, with awards, this is how it used to be. Like the Grammys and the Oscars back when people cared. The whole concept there, and the reason that everybody plays along, even though they know 4 of them are going to come out losers, is because it got people, like the Oscars, it got people talking about your movie that was in theaters for a month, and that meant that you were going to sell more tickets, whether you won the Best Actor award or not. More people became aware of your movie because you were nominated. Same thing with the Grammys. People are going to be talking about the album. 4 of these people are going to lose. Only one's going to win, but all of the albums that are nominated will be talked about, and so you sell more albums. There was a reason for it. When you win an award in radio, it does absolutely nothing to bring one more person to the party or one more listener. So I think it's like anything. If they're handing them out, it's better to get one than not to get one.
Yeah.
But in reality, I just don't get the puffing out of the chest. And I know that your college school
well,
is
no, I was
going
to say maybe when people go to the National
Your college
Association
school.
of college school.
college
I am
school.
very proud of Wolf Radio West Georgia being nominated for a Marconi. That's a
Why?
big deal. That's a big deal.
Why are you proud of that?
Because I was a
Do
part
you work
of that.
there?
I
Let
don't
him
work
be
there.
proud.
It's got to be like a regional.
I think you look for things to be proud of.
It's not
Oh,
regional.
no,
It's
what
across
a-
the
what a
entire
crime.
country.
Well, no, things if you're proud of something, it just to be obvious. You don't have to look for reasons to be proud.
With my college station, I walked into the first live broadcast of that station when it came on the air and was there for the very beginning.
So they might win.
Look at it.
Okay, so they might win an award that no one outside of the radio program in your college will ever know about. So what?
Well, I think differently about that. I think that awards.
So you believe
having
awards
someone
are
know
real?
about it or not?
Awards
This
are.
is the ego death. It doesn't matter. You got the award. You're excited about it.
Yeah,
it's for you.
It's for who?
The one getting the award.
Okay, but no. The ego death is you don't need the award.
You don't need
the ego
it.
death
No,
is
you don't need it.
it's.
But if you get it and nobody knew about it, it doesn't make the award useless or
Sure.
meaningless.
Well, no. I think awards almost universally are useless in and of themselves before you even get to your own state of mind and how
because they can be useful for the future.
How?
Because you can tell someone I've won this award, and so that means that other groups of people that are totally unrelated to you have decided this about you, and so this new person who doesn't know you as well can say like, oh, okay, there's some like references basically. So there's backup.
So you can you can use it as part of your grift to get people.
Oh,
It is a grift
oh
because
my
it's a meaningless thing.
No, it's
people
not
just,
meaningless.
Sure,
we
it
need
is.
to give Eric an award.
In the way that it helps you for your future, it is therefore not meaningless.
Because other people are silly enough to take it seriously.
See, this is Eric channeling here. This is him
I'm
not
agreeing
gonna-
with you. I'm agreeing with you because other people are silly enough to take it serious.
If
Then
you
it can be
didn't
used as a
know
resume
person,
builder.
If you wanted to hire someone and you didn't know this person and all you had was their CV in front of you,
Yeah.
and then you get on the phone with someone and they're like, "Oh yeah, like I gave that person an award for being like the best employee of the world." It's like, "Oh, okay, somebody else has seen and recognized this person." And so that's just more information as to whether they're trustworthy to hire or not.
Maybe if I was hiring people, awards would have nothing to do with it. I've done all right. I've never won anything in my entire life.
And that's what you're
No,
channeling.
I'm not even talking about radio. I'm talking about in my entire
I've never gotten an
life.
award, so-
I told you when I was 5, I guessed the number of closest to the number of jelly beans in a jar
And
once.
you still remember it, don't you?
I was 5. Yes,
And you
of
remember
course. Because a 5-year-old could take things seriously that adults shouldn't take seriously.
Oh boy.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You've done it for 26 years.
2026 total is $2,306,264.
That's awesome.
And you can still donate at WSBradio.com.
Thank you, WSB listeners.
Bye, Kid Hospital. We love you.
You know how it goes in Atlanta. Sunshine at lunch, thunderstorms by 4. And if those afternoon storms are finding a way into your living room, call Dr. Roof. Mark Aram here. From roof leaks to full roof replacements, Dr. Roof has you covered with a price match guarantee and up to a 50-year workmanship warranty, the only one in town. Plus, visit drroof.com for coupons and special offers. That's drroof.com. Dr. Roof. Don't wait for the next storm.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
It all begins with a solid foundation, and that includes your home. So if your foundation needs repair, insist on the highest quality in the industry.
Hi, I'm Mark Beckham, owner of Atlanta Ramjack, an independent organization certified that Ramjack repair products outperform the rest. We often have to remove and fix our competitors' work.
Only Ramjack offers a fully transferable life of the structure warranty. Google Atlanta Ramjack for your free estimate.
Ramjack. Many times, a person hires a law firm after an injury without doing research. It can be a big mistake or not. Sometimes, after you have hired a certain lawyer, you realize you made a certain mistake. But guess what? Just because you hire them doesn't mean you can't fire them. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you think you've hired the wrong firm, you may have. So do this. Google Morgan & Morgan results or visit forthepeople.com for cases just like yours. you may find that our full-service injury firm should have been your choice in the first place. Last year, almost 12,000 people discharged their law firm and hired us after further research. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Visit forthepeople.com today and let's get started. Or call Pound Law on your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Morgan & Morgan, Atlanta, 191 Peach Street, Atlanta, Georgia. Dial Pound Law. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
The best Zero-Res deal is back. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109 plus a free hallway. Last time, our schedule filled up fast. Book your cleaning today at ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zero-Res, spell it backwards or forwards, it's the right way to clean.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe, and let the savings begin.
Sorry. We have breaking news.
This is Bill Caiaccio live in the WSB 24-hour news center, where in a Barrow County courtroom we are about to get the sentence for the Appalachia High School shooter Colt Gray. Let's go live to the courtroom now, where Colt Gray is entering the court at this moment. And again, Judge Nicholas Prim is about to deliver his sentence for Colt Gray, the Appalachia High School shooter. Let's go live to court.
Never before have I had to sentence a 16-year-old. Certainly for something someone did when they were 14 years of age. Those who appear regularly in front of me have often heard me lament about the difficulty in sending a young person to prison. And here, as everyone understands, the minimum sentence is life with parole. Now, the appellate courts have said that children are constitutionally different from adults for purposes of sentencing. That stems from an understanding that juveniles aren't fully formed cognitively. Hallmark features of a juvenile include immaturity, impulsivity, recklessness, and a failure to appreciate risk and consequences. And because of these factors, the Supreme Court says that the Eighth Amendment prohibits the death penalty for juveniles. The Supreme Court also disfavors life without parole for juveniles, declaring it to be a constitutionally forbidden, disproportionate sentence in all but the rarest of cases. Life without parole is thus authorized only for youthful crimes reflecting permanent incorrigibility. Life without parole is barred for crimes that are born out of a transient immaturity of youth. Now, I recognize that with your guilty plea, you've assumed responsibility for your crimes. You have made a lengthy and public trial unnecessary. I also recognize that you were failed by each of your parents. You were failed by your extended family. To a certain extent, you've been failed by a society that can't stop propagating this misguided value in online cultures and social media, rather than making genuine interpersonal connections and relationships. But that failure does not absolve you from who you chose to idolize, worship, and become. 4 lives were stolen, 2 of them really just beginning, and it wasn't done out of fear or anger. You weren't being bullied at Appalachia. It wasn't done out of hatred. You didn't even know anyone at that school. It was done for the infamy of it. Now, your childhood instability and neglect would explain or mitigate finding yourself in one of those problematic places that Dr. Richards testified about. But planning, fantasizing about, visualizing, and executing school shooting don't put you in a problematic place. It puts you in an unredeemable moral wasteland. Your crimes do reflect permanent incorrigibility, and I will sentence you to life without parole for each of the malice murders that you committed. You understood the horror of what you were going to do. You studied the trials of those other shooters. You even critiqued the victim statements given in those cases, and yet you did this anyway. You wrote, "I want to make history. I want people to remember the pain I caused." And there you succeeded. The pain that you visited upon this community is unlikely to disappear in my lifetime. You do not seem to be tormented by what you did. You seem to relish following in the footsteps of the murderers you idolize. You aren't racked with guilt. You're proud of yourself. Less than a month after the tragedy, you weren't concerned with the horror you wrought, but rather with finding out which mass murderers they were comparing you to. A youth may fail to consider the harm his rash actions inflict before acting, but you did consider it. You studied that pain when you researched the trials of your profane idols. You contemplated that pain over and over. This wasn't transient immaturity. It was deliberate, contemplated evil. You were all too aware of the court outcome of those mass shootings because you studied and obsessed over them. You know that the Aurora Theater shooter received life without parole. Nicholas Cruz received life without parole. Ethan Crumley, a juvenile, received life without parole. Yet you were not dissuaded. Your plan was not hastily hatched. It was a slow boil simmering more than a year's time. You savored the thought of it, you visualized it, and you fantasized about it. You broke it down step by step in visualizing what you were going to do. The thought of mimicking these other mass murderers is what brought you joy. Now, for the rest of us, there is no joy here today. It's only a measure of closure. The slain will not return to life, the injured will not forget their wounds, and a 16-year-old boy will live and die in prison. You have certain post-plea appellate rights I need to inform you of. You have a right to file a notice for a discretionary appeal within 30 days of today's date. You can have a lawyer represent you for that, but you are not entitled to court-appointed counsel. You have a right to file a motion to withdraw this guilty plea because it's less than 30 days before the term of court ends. You have to file that within 30 days of today's date. That would be to correct a manifest injustice. You do have a right to a court-appointed attorney for that post-plea appellate right. If you need a court-appointed attorney, you need to promptly apply for one so that one can be appointed to meet that 30-day deadline. You also have a right to file a petition for habeas corpus to challenge any legal errors in the proceeding, any violations of your constitutional rights. That is a civil proceeding for which you do not have the right to court-appointed counsel. Each of the malice murders will be life without parole, concurrent to one another. The felony murders and the related aggravated assaults for those all merge as a matter of law. Each of the aggravated batteries will be 20 years to be served in confinement consecutive to the life without parole. The aggravated assaults and the cruelty to children that do not otherwise legally merge will be 20 years concurrent to the life without parole. Is there anything else I need to address?
20 years on the aggravated battery consecutive, are they concurrent with each other?
Yes. All right.
And you have been listening live to the sentencing of Colt Gray for the Appalachia High School shooting almost 2 years ago now. Again, the judge, Nicholas Prim, has just sentenced Colt Gray to life in prison without the possibility of parole. And the judge saying there that Colt Gray understood exactly what he was doing on that day in September of 2024, and that is why he has sentenced Colt Gray to life in prison without the possibility of parole. He did say that his parents and his entire family and the system, for that matter, failed Colt Gray, but he said that does not absolve Colt from what he did. The judge saying there that 4 lives were stolen on that day. So once again, Colt Gray, the Appalachian High School shooter who pleaded guilty last Friday to all 55 counts against him, has now been sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Do we have Veronica Waters on the line with us? We are trying to get Veronica. She has been covering this sentencing hearing that's been going on in Barrow County. We will go to Veronica here momentarily. But once again, you've been listening live to the sentencing of Appalachian High School shooter Colt Gray, who has been sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. And let's go live now. We've got WSB's Veronica Waters on the line. And so, Veronica, can you hear me? WSB's Veronica Waters. We're trying to get her on the line. And we will go to her just momentarily. Okay, she is there. Okay, Veronica, can you hear me okay? Veronica? Okay, so we are having some trouble getting Veronica on the line, but we will go to her momentarily for some more recap of this sentence for Colt Gray for the Appalachian High School shooting. But once again, the verdict you just
hello.
I got you, Ronnie. Yep, I can hear you just loud and clear. So go ahead. So we just got the verdict, the sentence for Colt Gray.
Yeah, and it was those were powerful words by Barrow County Superior Court Judge Nicholas Prim. You know, it was interesting that after 3 days of emotional and sometimes stunning and surprising testimony, the judge was giving himself just 75 minutes to make such a weighty decision. I want to go just to recap what we learned over these 3 days and why I said that the arguments on both sides seem to be two sides of the same motive coin. Both sides essentially saying Colt Gray committed this mass murder because he wanted attention. But the reasons for that, they say, were differing. The prosecution said he just wanted the fame, period. But the defense says this was not meant to be painful to people. He just wanted any avenue he could find to find some worthiness, a feeling of acceptance, and that he believed he could get in the true crime community. Now, Judge Prim considered all of that, and he started off saying on the bench that he's never had to sentence a 16-year-old in his career, let alone one who was charged with murder. But Colt Gray here murdered 4 people in that school. He shot 7 people, and it was just, it was a nightmare. You remember us covering it that day. And we always wondered what was going to happen when the case was finally over. Well, now we've learned. Judge Prim says that he does recognize Colt Gray took responsibility for the crime by pleading guilty. He realized that helped avoid a lengthy and painful trial. He realizes that Colt Gray was failed by both of his parents, but he says that none of that absolves him of the people he chose to idolize, mass shooters, and whom he chose to become a mass shooter of his own. He says 4 lives were stolen not out of hatred. It was done for the infamy of it. And so life without parole sentences on each one of the malice murder counts. Now, Bill, I'm going to have to do some mathematics to figure out how many of those charges do not merge. The felony murder and aggravated assault charges merge into those life without parole sentences, and they will be concurrent, which means they will be served at the same time. But the judge added on additional time for some of the aggravated batteries, and those will run consecutive to the life without parole sentences.
Now, Veronica, while I have you on the line, this is not the end, because we've got Colt Gray's father, Colin Gray, who's going to face sentencing later this week, in fact, for this.
Yeah, absolutely. You can just imagine what an emotional time it's been in Barrow County, in that tiny community of Winder, ever since September 4th of 2024. And these last 3 days of this plea and sentencing hearing for Colt Gray have had emotions going through the ringer once again. Now, the community is going to get just a day of a breather before we come back to court for Colin Gray's sentencing. Now, we know that he was convicted of second-degree murder by a jury, and he was accused of giving his son cold access to that AR rifle. It was a Sig Sauer rifle, even though he could see, they said, his son's mental health deteriorating. Colin Gray said he was only trying to bond with his son over shooting the way that he had as a boy of himself with his own father. But people said that Colt Gray's moods were spiraling. He was becoming aggressive. He was becoming angry, and that he should have seen Colin Gray should have seen that Colt Gray was becoming a danger to himself or other people, and that red flag that everyone agrees should have been the moment that Colin Gray took that gun away from him was when we saw photos of other mass shooters on Colt Gray's bedroom wall.
All right, WSB's Veronica Waters. Ronnie, thanks for the update, and we will be checking back in with you here very shortly for more reaction to this sentence of Colt Gray. Again, Colt Gray, the Appalachian High School shooter, sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. It is now 4:05, and the Von Hessler Doctrine will continue in just a couple of minutes. Right now, let's do live team coverage of traffic and weather, and in the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, it's busy around Metro Atlanta. I just found a new crash downtown in the HOV lane, 75-85 southbound, right before you get to Freedom Parkway. That is making 400 south slower back toward Lenox Road, 75 before Northside Drive. All that just trying to get down to that crash in I-20. 75-85 northbound also packed in from Langford Parkway up to Freedom Parkway. And fire department activity in the right lane over into DeKalb County, east side perimeter, 285 southbound, the inner loop just past I-20 exit 46. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm WSB meteorologist Christina Epwards. A mix of sun and clouds, hot and humid today. High 97, but the humidity will make the feels like heat index closer to 100 to 105. Monitoring for a line of heavy rain and thunderstorms after midnight into early tomorrow morning. Then tomorrow afternoon, daytime highs in the low 90s with drier air moving in.
96 in Marietta, 95 in Loganville, and it is 94 in College Park. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So was Trump, where was he at? He was at Michigan speaking to auto workers yesterday.
That's right. He was at GM.
So this is now, I guess...
He's joking.
I know it's a joke. I'm just trying to figure out, with Trump, I think he believes it. Yeah, it's kind of joking. But there's this thing where Trump is, because this was a speech about the economy.
Yes.
And so Trump's whole thing is, whether you realize it or not, this is the greatest economy the United States, to hell with the United States, the world has ever seen. And he won't stop saying it. And there's, by the way, we don't have that particular cut, but he did say something on it. This is the greatest year in the history of the economics of the United States. It was a thing I thought every Democrat that's running for office will have that in a commercial. There's no doubt. Now, you think when you get in Trump's bring, you have to wonder, why is he saying this? He's saying it because to Trump, there is one barometer for how well the economy's doing, and that is Wall Street. Is it up? And Wall Street has been doing pretty well through this second term. The problem is it's completely disconnected from the lives of most people who live in this country. Now, you can kind of thought, hey, a lot of people have 401ks, they'll have retirement. Okay, whatever. But, right now, the phone bill, groceries, gas,
I looked it up there. Only 53% of Americans have a 401k.
Yeah, everybody always say, "Hell yeah, there's a 401k." Yeah, well, let's talk about the people in the country that are a lot of the people in the country. But from Trump's point of view, he's a billionaire. His best friends are billionaires. This is what it's all about. How's the stock market doing? That's his one metric for the economy. So in his mind, he's not lying. Now, the people around him who know that this messaging is going to be disastrous in the midterm are trying to tell him it's not a good idea. And yes, he's shutting them down and he's not listening to them. And that may not be very helpful to Republicans around the country who are running, who, when he keeps saying this is the best economy ever, he's not on the ballot. So that's going to be in the Democrat ads against whoever the Republican is, all over the country. But on this one, I have to say, I don't think that from the point, in order to be lying about something, you have to know that it's wrong what you're saying. And I think as a rich guy all of his life, a billionaire through much of his life, most of his friends, the people that he talks to about the economy, his best friends are billionaires. So from his point of view, the one metric that matters, how's the stock market doing? Well, it's been historic, right? So that's what he's talking about. And he has obviously no idea that most of the people in the room who are auto workers, some may be doing quite well for themselves. There's not one billionaire out there. There's probably not one multi-millionaire out there. So he keeps saying it, and it's not going to work well for the Republicans in the midterms. But on this one, I have to say, from his point of view, he's telling you the truth. Things have never been better because the one measure I look at, it's up, and it's up historically. But that wasn't all that he said. So, and I think sometimes he gets a little angry when he tells you that it's the best economy ever, and you're like, oh, but gas, this is in his mind, oh, but gas prices and blah, 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 you know? And so he has to go out of his way to come up with examples and how good he is for you. And this one, now, auto workers are generational quite often. So you work in the factory, Dad worked in the factory, sometimes Grandpa worked in the factory. And so I think that's why he's going into lineage here. But
I've done more for you than your parents, okay? Your parents are good. I'm not going to knock your parents, but I have been better to you than your parents.
That sounds like something from the sketch comedy show that Tim Andrews played Trump in. He even does the, okay.
Okay, your family, your brothers and sisters, aunts and uncles are a disaster.
I'm your daddy. Is that what
I
he's
gave
saying?
you your baba, your binky, and your whoopee. I gave it all to you.
You changed the diapers, too.
I changed your diaper. I weaned you from the teat.
Let's hear it one more time. Just go.
I've done more for you than your parents, okay? Your parents are good.
Okay.
I'm not going to knock your parents, but I have been better to you than your parents.
The psychology here isn't it the way it's supposed to work is you get humbled because someone walks up to you and says, you've been better to me than my own parents. Like, that's the way the world is, where you go, oh, come on now. It's not very often that someone goes out there and says, if you hadn't thought about this, I'm more important than your daddy.
Your grandma's got nothing on me. She made you a blankie. I taught her how.
You gave us this historic economy.
I gave you a great economy. Chew on that blankie.
You had a little bit more here.
The whole world was laughing at us as a stupid nation.
All right, stop.
Stupid nation.
The world is... The world doesn't really know what to do with us right now. I think for the most part, are they laughing at us? I would imagine behind our backs they're laughing at us. They've got lots of... I think for the most part, the world is just like turtling up and just trying to get through this. And
That's
just
what we're doing, too.
Yeah, I think that, okay, let's just get through this. Let's all, for the next 2.5 years, forget that he could push the button. I'm not saying that he will. I'm just saying I don't have the power to do that, even if I wanted to. I have no evidence that he wants to, but he does have the power to if he has a particularly bad night. I don't know. So I think that the world is just like, okay, let's just get through this because it's not understandable. And you make a deal, and then he gets mad, and he slaps 50% tariffs on you. You just signed a deal 6 months ago on something. And so I just think the world is like, for the next 2 years, no more deals. Let's just get through this. I think that's where the world is right now. And I'm sorry, Mr. President, but the world is laughing at us.
In this moment, I love the way that he says stupid. Listen to that.
The whole world was laughing at us as a stupid nation. It's a stupid nation.
No, stupid.
But they're not laughing anymore.
Anymore.
No, they're too frightened.
Well, good.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about.
Should be on their toes.
And this is interesting. So Lindsey Graham's, at least his public funeral in D.C. was today. And I guess before, and so there were a lot of dignitaries there, and Trump was one of the people who spoke. This was not when he was speaking. This was beforehand on Fox and Friends.
That's right. He called in this morning.
And he calls in, and the main topic, I would imagine, is Lindsey Graham, because today's the day that, and, listen, I believe everyone knows I was not a fan of Lindsey Graham. But you may have noticed that when he died, we didn't do a bunch of jokes about it, and we didn't. I just have a thing, it's person lives, person dies. My mom told me never to speak ill of the dead. I think never is a silly kind of thing, but I do think there's that 14-day window, where somebody dies. Okay,
George and I did the day he died.
Yeah. It's hey, listen, and there's nothing. It doesn't make you wrong. It's just my,
I feel bad now, though.
my kind of way of doing it. But the president is going to speak to it, and then he goes on and he talks about Lindsey Graham before the funeral, and this is what he says.
I mean, Lindsey liked war, to be honest with you, okay? I said, you're a nice guy. How come you like war so much? He was a guy that liked war. I jokingly say, and there's nothing funny about it, but he's never seen a war that he didn't like.
And rest in peace.
But he did. He loved war like a fat kid loves cake. He just loved war. All he thought about was war.
Interesting to bring up during his public funeral.
Yes.
You're going to bring it up on that day.
Rest in peace. Yeah, rest in well, He's
He
fighting
didn't
the
like
wars
peace,
in heaven,
so
right?
maybe he didn't want to rest in peace.
No, he's in heaven fighting a war.
That's right. Well,
spiritual war, but he's there. He's war.
I think the thing is with Trump's psychology, it just always has to be about him. So ostensibly you're calling in about Lindsey Graham, but it becomes, well, I used to tell him, or I used to say, or I always said this about him. It's just always, it doesn't matter. All roads lead back to me in that situation. I think that's the psychological
you could hear
wrap up on that one.
In that moment in that call, you could tell that he had gone off script. I mean, Trump's known for that too.
Well,
but
then he forgets and then he repeats himself. It's like he liked war and he liked war.
He really liked war.
I used to say, you never saw a war you didn't love.
Because he loved it. He liked it. He loved it all that.
Hello, Alex Williams. Thank you for joining us today. I certainly hope you have better news about downtown.
An honor to be with you, Mr. Von Hessler, and I sure do have better news downtown. That is that the crash that was in the HOV lane, 7585 southbound at Freedom Parkway, that's gone. All lanes are back open. Unfortunately, it's going to still be a slow afternoon commute. Southbound, 400 getting a little slow back to Lenox. 75, the brake lights find you just below Moores Mill. Heaviest stuff stays with you down to Georgia Tech. 7585 northbound's a bumper-to-bumper ride as well from before University Avenue up to Freedom Parkway. No crashes in the way as you head northbound, just all that volume. Checking the ride on 85 toward Gwinnett County, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
Making your way into Norcross, you'll be slightly on those brakes as you make your way out from 285. 85 northbound past Pleasant Hill Road. It clears up past Pleasant Hill Road, but we're also seeing some trouble in Buford. 85 northbound past Hamilton Mill Road. A crash there is taking out 2 left lanes, and that's going to be causing you to tap those brakes. This report is sponsored by Air Conditioning Specialist. Ready for summer? Call Air Conditioning Specialist. Get a professional AC tune-up for just $59. Call 478-COMFORT AC to tune up. Your comfort is our specialty. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustL.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The 26th annual WSB Radio Care-A-Thon.
$2,306,264. That's awesome.
And we want to thank our friends over at Breda Pest Management, Peach State Hardwood, and Scorpion Septec for their contribution and continued support for the kids at the Affleck Cancer and Blood Disorders Center at Children's.
Your donation saves lives.
You know, one thing that makes D. Geller & Son unique is we're not just a jewelry store, we're jewelers. It can be tough to know who to trust to repair that ring you got married in and wear every day, or refurbish that sentimental family heirloom being passed down. Atlanta has trusted D. Geller & Son for 87 years, 3 generations. It's because our jewelers are true experts, decades of experience, education, and expertise, so you know your jewelry will be taken care of. Come see us in Kennesaw and Sandy Springs, or make an appointment at dgeller.com.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Attention men, are you suffering from ED or PE? Here's an important message from Choice Men's Health.
I'm Dr. Katz, and I'm the Chief Medical Director at Choice Men's Health. Are you performing the way you want to in the bedroom? If the answer is no, and you've tried Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra and were disappointed, then you need to come see us immediately. If you don't see results on the first visit, then there's no charge. Many of our patients have medical conditions such as diabetes, hypertension, obesity, and prostate problems. I'm happy to say that we have 98% success rate with all our patients. problems. Our customized solutions will allow you to perform within 10 minutes and last an hour and even longer. You can regain your love life and tackle your ED and PE problems. Guys, your partner will never complain again. Our clinic has the most affordable prices, so if you visit other clinics and you're not completely satisfied, then you need to call Choice Men's Health.
Regain your love life regardless of your age or medical history. Choice Men's Health guarantees results on your first visit or you pay nothing. Call now. 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's guaranteed offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
What are your 5 very favorite things to spend time on? Your core pursuits, your purpose in life. I'm Wes Moss, and step 2 of my new green book, The Retire Sooner Method, explores why having these 5 core pursuits is imperative for a happy retirement. So what's your answer? Discover the hobbies on steroids the happiest retirees share, plus the roadmap they use. Order on Amazon, then visit retiresoonermethod.com to claim your free bonuses.
Attention Georgia homeowners, I have a question. If new windows are supposed to save you money on your energy bills, why should you have to wait to start saving? Hey, it's Ray, founder of Window Comfort, and during America's 250th anniversary celebration, we're doing something we've never done before. If you replace all the windows in your home and show us your current power bill, we're going to write you a check for 3 months of your electricity. That's right. We're going to start saving you money before we ever install the windows. And it gets better. Right now, we're doing buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Buy 4, get 4 free. Buy 5, get 5 free. Plus, we're going to add free installation for a short period of time. You have nothing to lose and everything to save. So go to windowcomfort.com and get your free, no-pressure estimate today.
Better prices, better views. Window Comfort, meant just for you. Window Comfort.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with Home Tap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a Home Tap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at hometap.com.
All right, let's check in with this economy. I found that audio, but I don't have it ready.
Which audio?
Where he was speaking, Trump was speaking to the auto workers. He said, we are having the single best year in the history of our country. And every Republican that's running for Senate or the House put their head in their hands and just thought, yeah, my opponent is going to be running that in an ad against me. There's no doubt that there's going to be an ad that plays 9 billion times. Of course, it looks like the Republican Party's got all the money in the world, and I keep reading about how the Democrats don't have a lot of money.
They don't.
Which is, where are their billionaires?
I don't know.
They've got their billionaires. They've got their people. What's seems like it's an opportunity. It's the midterms. Even with popular administrations, the midterms are tough, and you usually lose some seats in the House and Senate. Why wouldn't the billionaires on the Democrat side be ponying up? I wonder.
I suspect it's message driven. What are the Democrats running on?
Well, now
what
they have
is their party identity?
Well, they have this fear of the socialist Democrats. And the Democrats have put out how the primary states, the order, Iowa's gone for the
South Carolina.
This could be South Carolina first, and I don't know enough about it, but there's an awful lot of opinion around that says that was done to make it more difficult for the socialist in the party, because South Carolina is more of a moderate kind of Democrat state. I don't know enough about South Carolina to know if that's true.
I'm just knowing that's Iowa a lot to be like, I guess extreme.
I think the thing you lose, that you lose by I think both parties, when you move Iowa out of the way, and I don't know what the Republicans are doing, they all have to kind of agree to a certain. You can't just have everything different. But I haven't looked into it enough to know if the Republicans, are they still planning on starting in Iowa?
I believe they are.
But the one thing that you miss out on, because Iowa is a caucus state, and it's very odd. It's not like anywhere. It's not like just a regular straight up election, because with caucuses, people show up in gymnasiums, and Republican side, Democrat side, and then they just kind of like take straw polls until they have a winner. So what'll happen is people walk into a caucus with their first choice in their mind and their second choice, and sometimes maybe their third choice. And I've seen stuff like with gymnasiums, they have people stand in different groups for different candidates. And then when you're going to lose, and it's obvious another candidate is, and then they say, okay, now go to the group that you want to go to. But what it does for a party and for a campaign is you really have to organize. You have to organize, and you have to also not beat the hell out of your opponent because you want to be somebody's second choice, right? But what I'm trying to get to here is it can show very early on, if you can win a caucus state, it can show the rest of the party, future donors, everybody else that, they've got their stuff together. They're able to organize. They went into Iowa and they worked this caucus thing pretty good. That could be foreshadowing the fact that they have the right stuff. They have the ability to organize themselves all the way to the White House. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. So by going into just a straight up primary, you don't get that. And I think it probably is true the Democrats right now are doing everything they can to put out that socialist Democrat fire, because most of them are backed by corporations that don't want it. That's your Democrat Party, exactly the same as the Republican Party.
People are also saying, Eric, that it is setting up Kamala Harris for another run by putting South Carolina first.
Well, if they want to make
Kamala,
that,
you might be back.
A rematch.
Let's go. I'm excited.
I do not believe. I don't think the Democrats.
Well, you have to believe.
I don't
I'm like
think-
Tinkerbell.
I don't think the Democrats are going to
Would
do
she
that.
have died? Oh my God.
Alex Williams says there's a crash, unfortunately, on 285 South in DeKalb.
You keep bringing the good luck, Eric, and I like it. This crash just cleared from the right lane. Still some flashing lights on the right shoulder in DeKalb. 285 South, the inner loop below I-20, but slow before that, leaving Covington Highway. The heavier delays find you 285 East and South, the inner loop, starting in Doorville from about Beaufort Highway, Peachtree Boulevard area. That will stick with you as you head southbound into Clarkston. Checking the ride on 285 on the west side. How's it looking, Isabella Rodriguez?
The ride is looking, starts about well when you make your way past I-75, making your way out of Marietta. 285 southbound is running a little bit slow out of Marietta. Once you get past South Cobb Drive, you'll really be on those brakes as that ride stays heavy as you make your way down towards I-20. This report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustL.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Breda Pest Management protects our homes from bugs and critters and supports the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorders Center at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. It's Scott Slade with Matt Breda. Thank you for making a $20,000 donation to the WSB Care-A-Thon.
It's thanks to our new Breda clients that we were able to make a real impact to help fund research and give hope and support to families with children fighting cancer.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-611-2046. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-611-2046. That's 800-611-2046. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather, traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story. It is breaking news. The Appalachian High School shooter is sentenced.
The slain will not return to life. The injured will not forget their wounds, and a 16-year-old boy will live and die in prison.
You heard it live on WSB as Colt Gray gets life with no chance for parole. The shooting that killed 2 students and 2 teachers almost 2 years ago. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live now with more on the sentence issued by a Barrow County judge a short time ago.
Yeah, Barrow County Superior Court Judge Nicholas Prim sentencing Colt Gray to 4 sentences of life without parole to run concurrently to each other for the murders of 14-year-old Mason Skirmerhorn and Christian Angulo, and for Appalachia High teachers Christina Iramea and Ricky Aspinwall. Barrow County District Attorney Brad Smith says this is not a happy day, but it is, he says, a day of relief for the families and the community.
The depths of their loss I can never comprehend. We just hope that we've done honor to them. We've done honor to their loved ones in the work that we put forward, and that's all we could do.
Both the prosecution and defense said Gray was seeking attention when he planned this attack, but the state says it was for infamy alone, while the defense says he was trying to find love and acceptance from somewhere when he didn't get it from his neglectful parents. In any case, the judge noted that Gray's actions were not driven by hatred or bullying or any sort of thing against the victims. It was just for the opportunity to essentially have his name in lights. He says that he'd never seemed to be tormented by what he did. He wasn't racked with guilt or proud of himself, and now he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
And sentencing for Colt Gray's father, Colin, is scheduled for this Thursday. He was convicted in March of multiple charges, including second-degree murder for the Appalachia High School shooting. Prosecutors say he gave his son the gun that was used in the shooting. It is 95 degrees in Atlanta when thunderstorms could roll in. Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta's most accurate and dependable forecast coming up. We have new information this afternoon on the shooting at a Seattle outdoor food festival. Both suspects are now accounted for. Police announced today the second suspect died in the shooting, and they say it was gang-related. Seattle Mayor Katie Wilson says other victims were caught in the crossfire.
Except for the 19-year-old who we believe was involved in the shooting, we understand that all others who have passed or were injured were bystanders.
Police say they are still interviewing witnesses and looking through evidence to determine if other people were involved. President Trump delivers the eulogy today for the funeral for South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Reporter Jay O'Brien says the president also talked about their relationship, which started out on rocky terms.
He mentioned that moment in the 2016 campaign where he and Graham were not getting along by any slight of the imagination. Graham had said that he viewed Donald Trump as a dangerous candidate who would harm American politics, and on and on and on. Donald Trump then gets up at this speech. It's in 2015, but it's part of the 2016 cycle, and he reads off Graham's telephone number to the crowd, and Trump then read it off again in that eulogy to laughs in the room.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear is calling for Senator Mitch McConnell to disclose more details about his health or resign.
If he doesn't have the capacity to serve, then yes, he and or every other member of Congress should resign.
if they don't have the capacity.
McConnell has not been seen in public since his hospitalization after suffering a fall at his home in June. McConnell's office has released statements and 2 photos of the senator saying he remains in a rehab facility. You could soon lease your iPhone, just like you do a car. Apple is trying a new leasing plan, allowing customers to lease certain devices for up to 3 years. WSB consumer expert Clark Howard says some might like it.
I mean, truly, there is a sliver of the market that's got to have the new thing constantly. And for them, this kind of plan is really good.
But for others, he says it's not such a good idea. It'll cover iPhones, Macs, iPads, and Apple Watches for $17.99 a month. It is 4:34. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And in the 24-hour traffic center, it's Alex Williams.
Still watching a crash in northern Gwinnett County, Bill. Right lane knocked out, 85 northbound, Hamilton Mill Road, exit 120. You're slowing from Highway 20, Buford Drive, leaving the Mall of Georgia. Elsewhere, it looks like there's some trouble in Alpharetta as well on Georgia 400 southbound at Old Milton Parkway, exit 10. Those delays stretch back to Windward Parkway. Your northbound delays on Georgia 400 are where you would expect them to be in Sandy Springs from I-285 up to Northridge Road, exit 6. Watching the slow ride through downtown Atlanta, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
We're seeing some major delays into the Midtown area, 75-85 southbound. Those delays will start with you at 17th Street and make it all the way down towards I-20. We're also seeing delays in South Atlanta on 75-85 northbound. Those start at University Avenue, and they don't ease up until you get past Freedom Parkway in downtown Atlanta. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
This is WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. The summer sizzle continues this evening, and monitoring for late-night thunderstorms to move through the metro area. A few of these storms could linger through tomorrow morning's commute. Tomorrow afternoon, partly cloudy with a high of 93. Humidity levels will drop through the evening hours.
And right now it's 94 in Snellville and Union City, 92 in Smyrna. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia Power is here to help businesses save with quick efficiency tips, like converting exit signs and other lights to LEDs and scheduling yearly building inspections now so you can find ways to save right away. We're here for you so you can be there for your community. Visit GeorgiaPower.com to get started.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
Hurt in a crash? Call the attorneys at Sweet James, 800-9-million and sweetjames.com.
Like Painting Plus, the best family businesses are born from passion. Just ask Charlie's dad.
When Charlie was a young boy in high school, they had a woodshop class. Charlie took it 4 years in a row.
Hi, it's Charlie, owner of Painting Plus. I knew I was going to be in this industry from a very young age. You'd ask me what I was going to do, and I'd say, I'm going to be a contractor.
Locally owned Painting Plus. Anything and everything exteriors at the highest quality.
Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard's new Orchard offers, you don't just get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers, you review them all, and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
The best Zero Res deal is back. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109 and we'll clean your hallway for free. That's right, 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109 plus a free hallway. The last time we offered this deal, our schedule filled up fast and we were booked out for weeks. So don't wait. Schedule your cleaning today before appointments are gone. Visit ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards. It's the right way to clean.
Well, I finally got that audio, so this isn't a prediction because it doesn't take any kind of special intuition or anything to be able to suss this out. It's pretty obvious, but this is the piece of audio that I was referring to from Trump's speech to the auto workers. That is, I guarantee you, every Republican who's in a tight race in November, when they heard this, they just went, "Oh no, that's all right. That's going to be in commercials that my opponent will be playing for a month and a half, constantly in my market." So this is here it is right here.
There are good years, bad years. We're having the single greatest year we've ever had as a country.
That's going to be in.
We are. It's just the best.
Yeah, I could write the commercials myself. You see the high gas prices,
groceries,
local anchor people talking about how expensive things are, and people and blah blah blah, and then you hit this.
There are good years, bad years. We're having the single greatest year we've ever had as a country.
You really don't want to write the commercials for your opponents. Let them do the hard work.
Yes.
You don't want to deliver them gems that they could use against you. But like I said before, it's coming from a truthful place with Trump, because for billionaires, it's been a great year. It's been a great couple of years. The stock market's going crazy off the phony baloney AI stuff. If you remove the AI stuff, we're in a different situation. And hopefully that little grift can go on for the next couple of years so that we don't. And I think this would be the worst time right now to have another one of these crashes that we've had since these rolling crashes that started in, 2000? Was that the .com crash? And then 2000?
Yeah, 2008 housing.
2008, the housing crash. Then we had the pandemic after that.
I feel like even when we got into the pandemic, we were still, and I know a lot of people are like, what are you talking about, Jared? But I do feel like there was still residual from 2008.
Oh, sure there was. And we were doing well because we were, I think at the time the pandemic came along, we were starting to pull back on the QE, right? We were starting to go the other way, but it takes a long time. You can check me on this, George, but I read somewhere about, World War II, and obviously the boom years for the United States of America was after World War II, the 50s and the 60s. And then we ran into some hard times in the 70s. But even though those boom years were going on, I believe that we did not pay off our World War II debt fully until 1970 or 1971. So it takes time to come out of these things that cost a lot of money, and then we just rolled into one. But if we have one now, given the situation in the world, given the situation in this country, given the fact that half the country hates the other half of the country, and I don't think this time we can just start printing money anymore. I guess that would be our knee-jerk reaction, because if AI goes, and you're starting to see some stuff. I'm not predicting it, but we're just starting to see some stuff where the investors have decided to start, pulling their investments from AI adjacent things like software and chips and things like that. I'm not predicting anything because I don't want to. I want good things to happen for this country. When I bring it up from the point of view not of, see, I told you so. I bring it up from the point of view is, this kind of scares me.
I've been waiting every day by the mailbox for my tariff stimulus check.
Oh yeah, that's
Remember what happened to that?
That's becoming. I had to pay everybody back.
You had to pay everybody back because the Supreme Court said you can't do that.
I've done more for you than your parents, okay? Your parents are good. I'm not going to knock your parents, but I have been better to you than your parents.
Your parents suck, but I'm not knocking them.
But so juxtapose that, and I'm just bringing this up as I just don't think it's a good political move. If you want the Republicans to do well this midterm election, I just don't think that helps. But let's go to the what do you have, a package about grocery prices?
I do.
Juxtapose that to, now I haven't heard this package. It may be BS for all I know, but I think it's going to tell us that people are having a rough time.
The Nonpartisan Urban Institute in Washington
By the way,
says
stop. There's no such thing. There is no such thing as a nonpartisan institution. Why? Because they're made up of people, and there's no such thing as a nonpartisan person. So, okay, go ahead.
The Nonpartisan Urban Institute in Washington says in 2025, almost 20% of Americans had to use their savings to pay for groceries, and nearly 1 in 20 needed cash from one of those high-interest payday loans for food. Among adults who use credit cards to pay for groceries, almost 20% pay less than the full balance every month, and almost 9% admitted they didn't always make the minimum payment at all. The Urban Institute's Basic Needs Survey states that over the past 5 years, food costs have risen 32% nationwide. Sherry Preston, ABC News.
There are good years, bad years. We're having the single greatest year we've ever had as a country.
Another thing that I noticed that's kind of scary is, I don't know about kind of scary, it's just my reading of it, is so Apple is now making a deal with Klarna, and you can rent iPhones now.
Oh, great.
So, and now look, I haven't really run the numbers. The low end of it is that you rent them for like $17.99 a month. Is that worse than is that better than I don't know. I'm not sure.
I would much rather buy my iPhone.
Oh, I would too. But buying them, how many months do you go at $17.99 before you get to the price of before you get to $800 or whatever a low end iPhone is going to cost you? I don't mean the lowest end, but you know what I mean.
4 years.
Yeah. I mean, if you're fine with a refurbished older phone,
right,
you can, $150, $180.
Now, $17.99 is the lowest part, and you don't get a whole hell of a lot. I think you got to get in at like the $34.99 a month. But you have to ask yourself the question, why is Apple doing this? Well, Apple has to raise their prices because all the chips are going to AI, which means there aren't enough chips available, which means each individual chip that Apple needs to put into the phone costs more. And a month or so ago, Apple came out and said, sorry, there's no way around it. We're just going to have to raise our prices because it's costing us more to make the phone. So they go into the boardroom and say, boy, people are hurting. Our phone's costing too much. We can't help. We have to raise the prices. So then somebody says, well, let's see if we can get a rental model going, a subscription model going. And so that individually or not individually, that may or may not work for you. It's through Klarna, but it's not for payments and all of that. Basically, though, I feel the way that I saw it is if you don't pay for 3 months, they just cut you off. I don't know if it goes against your. The way that I read it was like if you don't pay for 3 months, they just turn off the phone and tell you to send it back, or whatever. So it's not going to be a 4 payments through Klarna kind of thing, which worried me when I first saw it. They're going to partner with Klarna to do this, but you just have to ask yourself, why at this stage are they doing that? And that's because they feel that people are not going to be able to afford the phones that they're going to be putting out there, or a good chunk of the people won't be able to.
That's why.
So they had to come up with this new way to get new phones out there.
That's why when you buy a new phone, the objective should be to hold on to it for at least 4 or 5 years, so that way you justify spending the 2 years to pay for it.
Well, I think that more people are doing that. I know I am. In that first run of iPhones, I was kind of like, oh, there's a new one? I got to get it.
You were in.
The new ones don't give you anything in return.
Right. We have a better camera.
Yeah, the camera. And I
don't care.
I convinced myself, well, I need a good camera. I never use it.
Yep.
I never use it. So my phone now is trying to do that thing where you might want to get a new one. Every once in a while the charge will, whatever, but it's still going strong. I'm not getting rid of it until it just won't turn on anymore. Alex Williams says there's a crash on 85 North in Gwinnett.
Yeah, Northern Gwinnett County with this one, Eric. 85 northbound Hamilton Mill Road, exit 120. They are still hanging out in the right lane there. You're stacked up leaving the Mall of Georgia exit. That's Highway 20 Buford Drive. So about 5 miles of delays there. So just be prepared to sit in that traffic. If you're traveling on 285 East, the Inner Loop, trying to get over to I-85, DOT reporting some debris, and I'm seeing the delays associated with it. It's at 285 East at Chamblee-Dunwoody Road. You're stacked up from Georgia 400. Speaking of 400, there was a stall in the center lane, 400 southbound in Alpharetta at Old Milton Parkway. Looks like that is cleared. Checking the ride northwest of town, it's Isabella Rodriguez.
Taking a look at your ride on 75 northbound, you'll find some slowdowns starting around North Marietta Parkway, and that continues up through that split with I-575. Speaking of 575, watch for construction on 575 northbound at Highway 20 in Canton. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustL.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
It doesn't have to be like this.
The second crash we're dealing with this morning.
You don't have to put up with
Use
it.
Covington Highway as your alternate.
You don't have to sit in it.
Travel advisory in Sandy Springs.
And you don't have to look at your phone to get out of it.
It is Atlanta traffic, and getting you out of it is what we do
Consider
best.
using Buford Highway or Satellite Boulevard.
Updated traffic as often as you need.
Traffic is at a crawl.
From local traffic reporters you trust 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Triple Team Traffic.
95.5 WSB.
How Atlanta gets there.
Belinda Skelton here for Virtual Imaging, and I have Frankie Maldonado in the studio with me. He works at Virtual Imaging. And Frankie, you and I were talking about your father passing away early of pancreatic cancer. So Virtual Imaging and their scans, that's a very personal thing for you.
In my dad's case, they weren't able to capture what was developing in his body early. And tragically, he passed away 45 days after diagnosis from something that they could have detected almost a year earlier. And under that circumstance, he would have had a chance, which is all anybody can ask. Anybody who's experienced the loss of a loved one to some form of tragedy, heart disease, cancer, it stays with you forever. You're suffering constantly knowing they're not there.
If people could turn back time, they most definitely would if they had the opportunity to catch cancer and heart disease early.
And Belinda, that is exactly what I feel blessed to be doing now. 9 years. Virtual imaging has that capability. We have a machine that is capturing things at the most minute level. Millions of lives are lost every year to heart disease and cancer. They're called the silent killers because you do not know until the first symptom, which tragically for heart disease is too often a sudden death heart attack.
Right.
And for cancer, in my dad's case, was that late stage diagnosis where they say, it's too late, we can't do anything if we'd only found it sooner.
So detection is the key.
Early detection is everything. If you find it early, you have a chance of survival. And we have captured and saved lives from pancreatic cancer, which nobody's doing.
Folks, what are you waiting for? Call Virtual Imaging today. Book your free heart scan. Yes, I said free for you and your loved one. Get that peace of mind. Call 770-678-SCAN. Folks are standing by to take your appointment. Book your free heart scan for you and a loved one. Virtual Imaging, 770-678-SCAN. Call now.
And now, a no-frills ad brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Here it is. You can save big when you bundle your home and auto with Progressive. That's it. See? Just a good old-fashioned, straightforward ad. See if you can save at Progressive.com.
This is Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. When you have plumbing problems, you need it done quickly and on your schedule. Superior Plumbing will work around your schedule night and day. They've served Atlanta for almost 40 years. They want to be your plumber for life, and they'll earn your trust by doing the work correctly the first time. So do what I did and call Superior Plumbing night or day to have a trusted plumber fix your plumbing issues.
To Superior, the honest one. Call 770-422-PLUM.
Don't let a DUI conviction cost you your career. Get the DUI lawyer, GeorgeStein.com.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
This is Scott Slade, and if your air conditioning is having trouble keeping you comfortable this summer, I have good news. Ragsdale Heating and Air is here to keep you and your family cool and save you money. Right now, you can get up to $1,700 off if you carry your home comfort system, and that'll include Ragsdale's own exclusive 15-year parts and labor warranty. And don't forget Ragsdale is your go-to team for plumbing, electrical, and insulation, too. Schedule your visit online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. With over 13,000 five-star reviews, Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
I believe we have an open mic we can hit here. We talked too much in the last segment, so we don't have a lot of time. Do you have an open mic for me?
I do.
I say we talk too much, not me.
No, Autumn.
Don't blame me. It was
probably
probably
100% Autumn.
I think it's Autumn will not shut her
I was
mouth.
trying to talk.
Yeah, well, you just wouldn't shut up, and now we don't have a lot of time. So I hope you're happy with yourself. But let's put in this open mic.
In the 5 o'clock hour.
I think we've heard enough from her.
Yeah.
But I just thought that
We have a wild email we have to get to in the 5 o'clock hour.
Oh, well,
after this.
there's a tease.
Who's it from?
it's wild.
It's wild.
It's a wild
It says
email.
Eric, you're fired. No, sorry to give it away. Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, Eric, you're really getting deep with this ego death thing. I like your example of the looking at a leaf and not calling it a leaf. Reminded me of a book, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance.
Great book. I've read that book. It's a fantastic book. Have you read that book?
Yes.
You, first of all.
I read a book.
Yeah, let's start there. You read a book.
I read it back in like 2000.
That is awesome. Well, did you enjoy it? I thought it was a great book.
Yes, I think about pieces of it frequently.
What is the piece that you think about the most often when you think about a piece?
Walking up the hill.
Oh my goodness, that's exactly the one that stands out for me more than anything else. That is the one that stands out for me
And
more
also
than
like the kid complaining and stuff.
No, so the dad and the kid are on a motorcycle trip together. The kid's miserable. The dad wants it to be one thing, but the kid's a kid and he's miserable. And they're walking up a hill. They're taking a hike up a hill, and he notices at one point that he's enjoying this hike up the hill, but his son is huffing and puffing and complaining and whatever. And he noticed the difference was that he was looking at his feet while he was walking up the hill. His son was constantly looking at the top of the hill. And therein lies the lesson. Be in the moment. The son was just always comparing how far he had to go. The father was in the moment and enjoying every step along the way. Yeah. There's a lot of great stuff in that book. Strangely enough, it's a great book, good, wonderful read. The author never wrote anything worth reading, as far as I know, ever again. I mean, it was like lightning in a bottle with this book, and then nobody liked anything else he ever wrote, as far as I know. All right, let's give some stuff away. 2 tickets to see the Guess Who on Saturday, August 8th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at Ticketmaster.com. Alex Williams says 20 East is slow in DeKalb.
That's right, Eric. Getting through that work zone, we've scanned the jam cams. No crashes in the way that we can find. Just the volume 20 eastbound from Panola Road from Wesley Chapel, I should say, out to Panola Road. Then looking pretty good out to Stonecrest and Lithonia. A few more brake lights scattered about on I-20 eastbound as you head through Conyers over to Highway 138. How are things looking on I-20 on the west side of town, Isabella Rodriguez?
On I-20 westbound, your ride is looking slow just past Fulton Industrial Boulevard. You want to expect some heavier slow flow by Six Flags, and your ride opens back up as you approach Thornton Road, making your way into Lithia Springs. This report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple D in traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Breda Pest Management protects our homes from bugs and critters and supports the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorders Center at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta. It's Scott Slade with Matt Breda. Thank you for making a $20,000 donation to the WSB Care-A-Thon.
It's thanks to our new Breda clients that we were able to make a real impact to help fund research and give hope and support to families with children fighting cancer.
Breda, Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep. I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh. I guess I am a genius.
All right. Easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home.
Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
Dave Baker here. If you've ever had to sort through a pile of lumber on the job site, you know that's time you don't get back. That's not good. That's why builders trust Randall Brothers. Randall Brothers stocks premium lumber that's straighter, cleaner, and ready to perform, not something you have to pick through board by board. And Randall Brothers understands what quality means when your name is on the project. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries, randallbrothers.com.
What are your 5 very favorite things to spend time on? Your core pursuits, your purpose in life. I'm Wes Moss, and step 2 of my new green book, The Retire Sooner Method, explores why having these 5 core pursuits is imperative for a happy retirement. So what's your answer? Discover the hobbies on steroids the happiest retirees share, plus the roadmap they use. Order on Amazon, then visit retiresoonermethod.com to claim your free bonuses.
Hey friends, what if you had the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years guaranteed? Thanks to Xfinity, you don't have to worry about that part of your future. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Now through August 24th, get their best price on gig Wi-Fi this summer before it disappears. Just $50 a month for 5 years. Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi, and you're guaranteed 5 years of super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from online threats and finds and fixes issues before you even notice them. No annual contracts or commitments, no hidden fees, and the best equipment is included. Plus, get Peacock Premium included for 2 years. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Get it now at Xfinity.com. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Taxes and fees extra. Speeds vary. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi. Xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Southern Exteriors. Our top local story, a 16-year-old goes to prison for the rest of his life for the shooting at Appalachia High School.
Your crimes do reflect permanent incorrigibility, and I will sentence you to life without parole for each of the malice murders that you committed.
You heard the sentencing of Colt Gray live on WSB this afternoon. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live. The sentence comes days after Gray's guilty plea.
Yeah, sentencing 16-year-old Colt Gray to 4 concurrent sentences of life without the possibility of parole. Barrow County Superior Court Judge Nicholas Prim says the pain Gray inflicted on this community is unlikely to go away in his lifetime.
You do not seem to be tormented by what you did. You seem to relish following in the footsteps of the murderers you idolize. You aren't racked with guilt. You're proud of yourself.
Gray, for his part, showed little emotion. And outside the courtroom, District Attorney Brad Smith was asked what this day means for the county.
I hope it's an opportunity to move past this. This has been a very dark place that this trial has taken everyone to, and none of us should have had to go there.
Now, Colt Gray will serve, again, life without parole, 4 concurrent sentences for the shooting deaths of Mason Skirmerhorn, Christian Angulo, Christina Aramea, and Ricky Aspinwall. Smith says he hopes the end of this week will be the end of this dark chapter. That is when we will see a sentencing hearing take place for Colin Gray, who was convicted of second-degree murder for furnishing his son the 6-hour rifle used in the mass murder. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
96 degrees in Atlanta. When do thunderstorms roll in, and when do we feel a drop in the humidity? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. A decades-old coal-fired Georgia power plant is getting new life thanks to federal money. Here's a report all new at 5 o'clock.
Plant Bowen currently produces enough energy to power nearly 2 million homes, and work has now started on 2 natural gas-fired units that will increase that power generation by more than 50%. Georgia Power CEO Kim Green says the expansion will help them meet the growing demand on the grid.
It is really such a privilege to be able to say that this plant is going to continue to operate for generations to come.
With the help of a federal loan, the company is also building 500 megawatts of battery storage. Work is expected to be completed over the next 3 to 4 years. In Bartow County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Hundreds of workers are losing their jobs at one of Georgia's largest nonprofit hospital systems.
Wellstar Health System is laying off nearly 800 employees in an effort to reduce costs and streamline operations. The layoffs will impact Wellstar's corporate and shared services teams as well as administrative functions at Wellstar Medical Group. These cuts do not include doctors, nurses, or other clinical staff.
WSB's Sabrina Cupid reports Wellstar is in the process of opening new hospitals and major medical facilities in Metro Atlanta and in other parts of the state. While not admitting guilt, Marietta-based Wellstar agrees to pay patients over $4 million for violating their privacy.
A class action lawsuit charged Wellstar with sharing information from patients' MyChart with third parties. WSB consumer expert Clark Howard says while that may be good in medical emergencies, the downside is some parties should not have access.
Also leaves a huge amount of information out there that's valuable to so many marketers, advertisers, websites, companies of all different types.
The settlement must receive a judge's approval, and then the 870,000 patients affected will be notified. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
This is new at 5 o'clock. More than 300 wanted sex offenders are arrested in a nationwide operation, including Georgia. Operation Adam's Watch marks the 20th anniversary of the Adam Walsh Act. U.S. Marshals say 4 of those arrested are from the Northern District of Georgia. It is 5:04. The Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill. Traffic Trooper Jorge calls again with another trouble spot he found, and I see it on the jam cam. They are dousing a car fire in Duluth, 85 northbound Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104. Beginning of that exit ramp is blocked, so that means several right lanes of 85 north are blocked, and it is quickly slowing back toward Norcross. You can use Buford Highway as an alternate. Travel advisory north of there. Now 2 right lanes blocked in northern Gwinnett with this crash. 85 northbound at Hamilton Mill Road. Use Highway 124 as an alternate around that. And traffic troopers tell me stalled big rig right in the center lane. 285 eastbound, the inner loop in Dunwoody at Chamblee-Dunwoody Road, exit 30. Slowing you back into Sandy Springs. Checking the ride through downtown Atlanta with the help of Isabella Rodriguez.
Heading into Midtown, expect delays on 75 southbound starting just past West Paces Ferry Road. On 85 southbound, you'll start tapping the brakes past Cheshire Bridge Road, and from there it's a busy ride all the way down towards I-20. If you're coming in from South Atlanta, traffic begins around University Avenue and stays heavy into downtown. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Sunset this evening around 8:45. It'll still be hot and humid at that time with temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s, and that'll be the fuel for a line of thunderstorms that will move through the metro region late tonight into early tomorrow morning. We will dry out tomorrow afternoon with a high of 93, and I mean drying out as the humidity drops through the course of tomorrow evening. That'll allow temperatures to drop into the mid to upper 60s for Thursday morning. Thursday and Friday afternoons, highs in the low 90s with low humidity. Clouds return on Saturday with a few afternoon thunderstorms.
95 in Peachtree Corners, 93 in Peachtree City. It's 96 in Woodstock. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins with a congratulations to Cindy Newsom of Roswell. Won 2 tickets to see the Guess Who on Saturday, August 8th at Synovus Bank Amphitheater at Chastain Park. Tickets are on sale for the rest of us right now at Ticketmaster.com. You know, on that ego death thing, I was thinking yesterday that we got into some pretty heavy stuff yesterday with the ego death and looking at trees and not having the word leaf come up in your brain. And as I was driving home, I was thinking, Eric, maybe it's better if you just go on political rants. Once you remove those.
How many of the Guess Who are still breathing? Because when you said them, I just thought I know the Who has lost a lot of people. How many
what? The Guess Who? No, actually, it's very interesting. If people had seen the Guess Who over the last few years, they may have felt ripped off because they weren't really seeing the Guess Who, because apparently a later drummer or something,
I
don't know the story, but he somehow owned the rights.
How many versions of the Tams? And
No. He actually owned the rights to Guess Who for a while, but Randy Bachman and Burton Cummings.
Bachman Turner Overdrive later.
Right. Yeah. They sued and they won the rights. So when you see the Guess Who this time around, it's going to be the first time that it's actually now the others, kind of come and go, and I'm sure we've lost some of them. But the 2 major guys are back and still there. And that's Bill Crane's voice you're hearing, because he's here so that we can drain the brain of Bill Crane which we like to do. We enjoy it more than he does. I don't know why, but it's enjoyable to rummage through that brain of his and see what he's got to say about the politics of the day, local, national, sometimes worldwide. Jared, what are the stories? Tell me a story.
Okay, I'll tell you a story.
About politics.
Okay, about politics? How about some local politics?
Are you talking like Roswell, Stockbridge, or you mean Atlanta?
I'm
Do you
talking
mean
about the
regional?
whole state of Georgia.
Okay, that's not local. That's state politics.
It's close.
All right.
Close. Come on. Atlanta runs Georgia. Let's face it.
Well,
I know the people down south don't like that.
Talk to some people. Savannah now has a 5-story building. Don't sleep on them. All right, go ahead.
Rick Jackson has just made an $87 million ad buy, the largest so far of the general election. $87 million.
How much do you know? I don't mean to put you on the spot because I didn't tell you I was going to ask you this question. Do you know how much of his own money he's going to spend for
he
this
is raising
campaign?
money, which he didn't do during the primary, but he didn't put a number out. He had said in the primary that he would spend $50 million when he actually spent close to $100 million. Obviously, this is important to him.
So long now, is there anything that can keep? There's no cap if you're spending your own money.
There is
now,
none.
you can,
And there shouldn't be.
Okay, no, I'm not saying there should be. I'm just saying that. So there's nothing like in the presidential contest. If you take any public money, then you have some sort of caps, right, on how much you can spend, or no?
Not of your own money.
Okay, so you can take public money and
the contributors' money, but there is no cap on what a candidate, as long as they disclose.
Yeah. Okay.
How much they can spend on their own.
So so he's a billionaire, so get ready for an awful lot of ads in your life between now and November. What does it look like between the two of them? He can spend all he wants. He's a billionaire. He's got the money. What's Keisha's bank account look like these days?
I think
as
the
far as
DNC will end up supplanting and supporting and throwing in some money into that race, and she's already had some commitments for people like Gavin Newsom and some other national figures from their super PACs.
Okay.
But I don't think the spending will be commensurate. Unlike the Stacey Abrams race, where both candidates had almost unlimited resources, I don't think we'll see.
How does it work with someone like Keisha, so who I would say is the underdog? Now, I'm not an expert, but I would say going into it, she's the underdog. The big money people that are out there nationally who want to jump into any kind of local race and the Democrats do want to turn this into a blue state from a purple state. What do they have to see early on before they go, oh, wait, she's got something? This is actually worth getting.
The 60% finish in the primary got their attention and not having a runoff. But they're not going to get granular enough, probably. The people like, what's the guy,
Soros?
Yeah, like George Soros. They're going to see the 60% win without a primary. They're going to see the unity conference with Ossoff and her campaign together. They may not know enough about Georgia to know that her numbers in DeKalb, Cobb, Fulton, and Gwinnett, what I call the core four for the Democrats, were in the 40s.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not in the mid-60s in the general, all four of those, and a couple of them probably closer to 70, the math is not there based on what your performance is likely to be outstate.
So if you look at it, is it one of those things where her campaign is probably hoping for super low Republican turnout? Like that would be the answer, right?
And more things like President Trump saying this is the strongest economy in history.
You taught this one right here. Yeah. This is already in her ad, I would imagine.
Good years, bad years. We're having the single greatest year we've ever had as a country.
That's going to be in an ad for.
I would say quite a few ads.
Yes. How close do you think now? Rick Jackson got very close to Trump, even though Trump had endorsed Burt Jones in the primary. How much does he have to broaden his thing, or do you think he still gets joined at the hip with Trump going into November?
The Democratic Party will, in every way that it can, make them seem like they're Siamese twins.
Will he try to make some distance?
If he's smart, and I know the people around him are pretty savvy, politically speaking, this is his first political race, they will start picking some issues and putting a little bit of distance between themselves and the White House. At the very least saying, even if he wants to continue saying, I'll be Donald Trump's favorite president, saying, but I will be my own man.
Mm-hmm.
He's already started talking about investments he's going to make in small business. He's already started talking more about what he's doing, and he has a track record, like with what he's invested in foster children. You've met him as a donor.
He's helped out Clark's Christmas Kids for years.
So
That's not any kind of endorsement for me. I'm just telling you the
what
facts.
I'm saying is there's record that's documentable of things he's done as a philanthropist at other places in the past. This is not an attack on Keisha Lance Bottoms, but if he was running against Andrew Young or Shirley Franklin in their day,
Mm-hmm.
I think this would be a different race. The challenge the mayor has is explaining kind of the last 2 years of her first term, her departure, and kind of the shift she made from being a mayor of a large American city to becoming a national figure at a time when Atlanta needed strong leadership.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure I'll get phone calls and texts and all that kind of stuff. Is that some sort of slam of hers? But that also is record.
Well, okay, but let's walk away from that a little bit. She threw her hat in the ring, and people are going to be critical, and that's just the way that it is. That's part of when you throw your hat in the ring, people are going to be critical.
And I think the longer the Jackson campaign tries to be very close to, which served him well in the primary, tries to be very close to this president, with the number of independent voters the president has lost the support of, that's where he jeopardizes his race.
Yeah. Well, so would you imagine that at least the people around him, and it seems, I don't know, you are following this more than I am.
I hope so. I don't mean that in a bad way.
Does he? Right, you should be. Does he seem like somebody who's listening to the professionals around him, or is he more of a maverick? I'll do it my way. You know, the way Trump won the presidency twice.
I spent half a day with him a couple months back with George Estevez from Channel 2, and we were doing a video interview. So I saw the way the people in his company, because it was at his headquarters, relate to him. He took us on a tour of the enterprise, which is quite impressive. His son is running more or less the day-to-day operations of Jackson Healthcare these days. When you see someone who has people around him who are in his inner circle who've been there for 20 and 30 years, and the company's only been there for 25 years, it tells me that he treats his people.
He's not awful to work for.
He's not hard to work for, and most people won't.
I can't
stay.
get rid of Jared. He
Most
loves working for me so
won't
much.
stay unless they're valued. And you could pay them well, but unless they feel their work is valued, their voice is valued, their opinion matters. So, again, I'm not saying I'm an expert on him. I am not.
Yeah.
But from people I know who are close to him and having that opportunity and that time, I think he is someone who consults. And I will say, Brian Robinson, who is a friend of mine who works for him, the campaign, 3 or 4 times during that span of time, he would pull Brian aside to ask him a question and get some counsel and then come back into the room. And that's somebody.
Now, very quickly on
counsel.
Keisha, you've run campaigns, so you're seeing how she's putting her campaign together. What is she going to be relying on? Is she going to go with the national Democrat message, affordability, that sort of
affordability,
basically run a national campaign?
Expanding Medicare is going to be huge.
Yeah.
Basically, I think the campaign from John Ossoff and from the Keisha Lance Bottoms campaign is going to be they're running against Trump. And so anything in the GOP side is only going to further the Trump agenda, be classist, be elitist, forget those of lower and middle income.
So a nationalist not nationalist,
a
national campaign.
It's Trump who runs a national campaign.
A national campaign.
A national campaign, and fueled by threats that they're going to suggest the Supreme Court decision with its striking down of a portion of Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act that the democracy is on the line.
And isn't that funny because both sides are saying the same thing.
Well,
with his ridiculous Save America Act.
It didn't work well for Joe Biden, and the president's getting not really anywhere with his own party. So
you got to remember that both of these parties in the last few years have claimed that the elections were rigged against them. I know that he's
not with the same
when Pete
Yes.
Buttigieg was running for president, he was on the Fox Theater. Stacey Abrams was there, and he said the real governor of this state is sitting over there. That's just to me. That's to me. I'm just trying to point out that right now it's Trump being weird and ridiculous about this, but both parties since 2016,
they're both culpable.
Russia did it.
Undermining the American confidence in the.
Absolutely. That's what I'm getting at.
I worked in elections in the Secretary of State's office for 5 years when we had those punch cards and the little stylus. And you want to talk about a system that had some mechanical flaws, but no one raised any issue. Yeah. And there were recounts and there were close races, but no one accused elected officials of purposefully cheating, stacking the
because
deck.
For both parties, Bill, the best thing for them is that we fight amongst each other and don't look up and realize that we're all getting screwed. Alex Williams says there's multiple trouble spots on 85 North through Gwinnett.
Yeah, they've taken it on the chin up there this afternoon, Eric. 85 northbound at Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104. Car fire has been doused, but they're still holding the beginning of the exit ramp to Pleasant Hill Road, so that's got you jammed up as you leave Jimmy Carter Boulevard. Further north of that, crash still working in that right lane, 85 northbound at Hamilton Mill Road. Delays almost back toward the 985 split. I'd go ahead and think about maybe using 985 northbound, Highway 124, some alternates to get you around that. If you're traveling 400 northbound, that ride's still pretty rugged in Sandy Springs from 285 up past the North Springs MARTA station. We also got trouble on 285, Isabella Rodriguez.
Watch for a stalled big rig blocking a center lane on 285 in Dunwoody. Once you're past that traffic improves briefly before you'll hit another stretch of delays on 285 southbound past the perimeter from I-75 down towards Highway 78. This report is sponsored by Mothers Against Drunk Driving. For victims of drunk driving, your grief is unique, but you're not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustYall.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You've done it for 26 years.
$2,306,264.
That's awesome.
Thank you for giving to the Aflac Cancer and Blood Disorder Center at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
You can still donate at WSBRadio.com.
The WSB Care-A-Thon's mission will continue year-round.
Thank you for your support of Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
You're a sky full of stars.
Termites eating your home are scary, but the skyrocketing cost of your termite protection is even scarier.
Dave Baker with Matt Breda from Breda Pest Management. Your customers have no need to be afraid of the costs going up.
Your termite protection shouldn't feel like a car payment. Switch your termite protection to Breda and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years.
No one chewing on your home or your wallet.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
The best Zero-Res deal is back. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109 plus a free hallway. Last time, our schedule filled up fast. Book your cleaning today at ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zero-Res, spell it backwards or forwards, it's the right way to clean.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard's new Orchard offers, you don't just get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers, you review them all, and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to Orchard.com. That's Orchard.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Summer is here, which not only means the heat is here, but also summer storms and hurricane season. Will your home be protected when severe weather hits? Dave Baker here for Brightbox Electrical, a Coolray company. Brightbox Electrical specializes in generator installation to keep your essential appliances running when you need them most. Right now, pay no interest for 18 months if paid in full, with payments as low as $200 per month for qualified buyers. Go to brightboxelectrical.com and schedule your free generator consultation today.
Waiting for the right time to replace those drafty, rotting old windows? Now's the time. NG Windows is having their biggest sale of the year. Save 24% off, plus up to 12 months, no interest, no payments. Upgrade to beautiful Infinity by Marvin fiberglass windows now and save 24% off. Hurry, sale ends July 31st. Window and door shopping made simple.
Infinity by Marvin from NG Windows, yeah!
You know, I've had listeners, coworkers, friends come up and ask me, hey, Aram, what makes advanced hair restoration different? Well, allow me to share, along with some details on, get this, their once-a-year summer savings event. First off, Advanced Hair stands by the results, and their before and afters are second to none. With Advanced Hair, your own natural hair guaranteed to grow. Secondly, Advanced Hair combines top-rated physicians with modern technology, creating a concierge-quality experience that's hard to find elsewhere. Finally, Advanced Hair's Advanced FUE begins regrowing your own natural hair the very next day. Quick, simple, and easy. Now, if you have a flexible schedule this summer and you've been waiting for the savings special opportunity, it's here, friends. Advanced Hair Summer Savings Event will get you the most hair for your dollar. It's their best offer ever. For details and to schedule your free consultation, call 770-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. Your new hair guaranteed to grow. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
All right, first of all, we don't have a lot of time. You want to stick around for one more segment there, Bill Crane?
Or I got the tie on, so I don't have the costume changed.
There you go. Yeah, before you go upstairs to the real media, the television. Why don't we get this out of the way? Tell people how they can get more Bill Crane.
CSICrane.com, Bill Crane, One Man's Opinion. You can subscribe on Substack and get it delivered to your inbox, or you can find it on about 90 news outlets around the state of Georgia, sharing opinions on politics and other things.
Before we get to the next story, what were you just telling about the money differential between?
So I just want to make sure that people understood this. So Rick Jackson's just bought an $87 million ad buy just for the state of Georgia. Meanwhile, the Senate Democrats, just for the Senate, are going to spread $40 million over 10 states. So less than half spread over 10 states.
Now that's all for different Senate stuff, and this is a gubernatorial thing. But we're talking about statewide races.
Statewide races, top of the ticket. I mean, I was involved in a couple.
Why is
Senate
that?
Races. Why are they doing
Why
that?
aren't the given the fact that the Trump administration has
$40 million is a lot of money. Now it's not $87 million. But when
Where
you're
are their billionaires?
When you're the Democratic Senatorial Committee and you're raising and seating that many states with that kind of money, I mean, in the 1992 Senate race, which was also a majority in question, Paul Coverdell beat Weiss-Fowler here in Georgia. The DNSC, we were the only late race left. It determined the majority.
I remember that was after Clinton won, right?
Gave $2 million. It was their largest single donation ever at the time to the Coverdell campaign, and we only won by 25,000 votes. But it was a big deal. But $4 million over 10 states is a lot of money. But that also, as Jared was saying, Rick Jackson wants this and has support, and that's it. You won't be able to not know there's a governor's race.
Do you think that over the next months and years, leading into 28 even, but because there'll be a lot of a third of the Senate will be up then as well. Do you think they're going to, because I don't know how they recruit candidates and stuff, but do you think that they will be looking at, hey, we need a couple of billionaires to run for Senate so that we can spread this stuff? Money is fungible. If you can handle your state, we can move this to another state.
Prior to Mr. Trump, the president, millionaires in Georgia who've run before. Guy Milner, who lost 3 times.
The cookie guy.
Coles, the cookie millionaire. Independent business people who've jumped into politics have not fared well. And that may end up being what happens with Rick Jackson. What a millionaire/billionaire can do, obviously, is they're not reliant and they don't have to spend so much time smiling and dialing.
That's right.
Because if you're the elected official, the challenge of not being independently wealthy is the amount of bootlicking and time you have to spend to the donor class to fund your campaign.
Yeah, fundraisers. You got to eat all this horrible food.
Well,
sometimes
it's not so much
just
the time spent begging people to max out.
Yeah, it just reminds me that once the presidential race gets going, a lot of times, well, now lately they've all been 140, but when they're just normal people, these candidates gain so much weight because they're always at these fundraisers, and sometimes they'll have to eat like 2 or 3 of these, and you can't be mean, right? Because hey, it's our barbecue that we do every year. You can't not eat. Yeah. Alex Williams says 285 East is jammed into Dunwoody, not like plate tectonics. It's just jammed.
The ride is jammed.
There you go. Thank you.
There we go. Hey, that's right, Eric. And we know why it is jammed. It's been due to a stalled tractor trailer smack dab in the center lane. 285 eastbound, the inner loop, Chamblee Dunwoody Road, exit number 30. That is stacked up the ride back into Sandy Springs. as you leave Roswell Road. Once you get past that, you're going to stay slow southbound for the ride down past Highway 78, the Stone Mountain Freeway, and then 285 east and northbound also a little slow into Cab, leaving Boulder Crest Road up to I-20 exit 46. Been watching some trouble spots on I-85 in Gwinnett County, Isabella Rodriguez.
Heading up on I-85 northbound, you'll find delays beginning around 285 and then continuing through Norcross. Things will improve past Pleasant Hill Road, where an earlier crash has been moved onto the right shoulder. Further up in Gwinnett County, watch for another crash on 85 northbound at Hamilton Mill Road. That's blocking a right lane with delays beginning before Gravel Springs Road. This report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties and get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustL.com Traffic Center, Triple Dean Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Kick off the summer with a stress-free way to sell your home with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. You'll save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The guaranteed offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our guaranteed offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Selena, said, Mark Spain Real Estate was phenomenal. Prior to working with Mark Spain Real Estate, my house had been on the market for over 3 months with no success. After I met with Mark Spain Real Estate, they completely turned things around for me. I closed on the sale quickly, just as they promised. Mark Spain Real Estate is the #1 most reviewed real estate company in the U.S. with over 13,000 5-star reviews. Trust us to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Buying your next car is easy with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Express yourself.
Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. These days, we're all short on time, so convenience really matters. And when it comes to buying a vehicle, you should be able to shop for a car the way that works best for you and your schedule. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we've made it easier than ever for you to shop, buy, and trade your way. We call it the Jim Ellis Expressway at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Buy the car you want, the way you want, with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Browse thousands of vehicles from our entire 22 dealership network, calculate your payment, get a value for your trade-in, and secure financing, all from the comfort of your home. You can even schedule an at-home test drive or home delivery. We believe the way you buy your vehicle should be just as personal as the vehicle itself. Start shopping now at jimellis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by A1 Garage Door Service. Our top local story, Colt Gray is sentenced for the Appalachia High School shooting.
The slain will not return to life. The injured will not forget their wounds, and a 16-year-old boy will live and die in prison.
You heard it live on WSB this afternoon. WSB's Veronica Waters now reports live. This comes almost 2 years after the Barrow County community was devastated by the shooting that left 4 people dead.
What do I want Colt to take away from this? I have not going to think one more minute about Colt Gray.
And Skirmerhorn, both freshmen at Appalachia High School, teachers Christina Iramea and Ricky Aspinwall. A visibly unemotional Colt Gray was let out in handcuffs to begin serving 4 life without parole sentences for those murders. It was a sentence the survivors of the crime all wanted. Barrow County District Attorney Brad Smith.
The depths of their loss I can never comprehend. We just hope that we've done honor to them. We've done honor to their loved ones in the work that we put forward, and that's all we could do.
And Superior Court Judge Nicholas Prim told Gray that the way the teen said he wanted to be remembered for the pain he would cause is an achievement that he has now reached.
Planning, fantasizing about, visualizing, and executing a school shooting don't put you in a problematic place. It puts you in an unredeemable moral wasteland.
Next up, a one-day breather for the Barrow County community, and then the sentencing for Colin Gray, Colt Gray's father, who was convicted of second-degree murder for furnishing the Sig Sauer rifle his son used to open fire and attack Appalachia High School on September 4th, 2024. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
95 degrees in Atlanta. What's the timing for storms tonight? And will rain linger into the morning commute? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Cartersville police are asking for the public's help to solve a 26-year-old murder.
We are pleading with the public for answers.
Cartersville Police Major Jesse Hours says for more than 2 decades, the department has been trying to find Patricia Hanlon's killer. He hopes renewed attention and new technology will give them the break they need.
Since the case occurred in 2000, there's been plenty of advancements in technology as far as DNA and fingerprints. And so all of the evidence that was originally collected by the original investigators has since been resubmitted.
Anyone with information is urged to contact investigators. In Cartersville, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
New ideas for regulating data centers in Cobb County.
Some of the new data center ground rules presented. Well, first, data centers need to be the size of most self-storage units, be built away from neighborhoods, and when it comes to noise,
be limited to 65 decibels in the daytime and 55 decibels at night. And just by way of reference, 65 decibels is the amount of noise that two people talk.
Now, County Zoning Manager John Peterson says Cobb will never be home to massive data centers. There's just not enough space. Leaders hope to have these regulations in place by October. Keith Cromwell, 95.5 WSB.
A big boost to Georgia's energy output. Work is underway on a massive expansion of a decades-old Georgia Power plant in Bartow County. Georgia Power President and CEO Kim Green says the new natural gas units and battery storage facilities at Plant Bowen will help them meet the growing demands on the grid.
Growth does not have to be a burden. Growth can be a benefit, and we're making that happen in Georgia.
The new unit's expected to come online in the next 3 to 4 years. A ghost gun was used in Sunday's shooting at a Seattle food festival.
A ghost gun is an untraceable weapon that lacks a serial number. They are typically homemade and they are illegal. This was the firearm that was recovered from the 15-year-old suspect who was in court yesterday for assault and weapons violation.
Police Chief Sean Barnes says the 2 suspected shooters are now accounted for. A second suspect died in the shooting. Police say the shooting was gang-related. It is 5:34, time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Hey, Bill, big old mess starting to form in Morrow. If you're trying to travel I-75 southbound, I would think twice about it. We got a crash. Looks like maybe there's a right lane or right shoulder open. I think one vehicle might be overturned here. 75 southbound, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, exit 233. Couple of options to get you around it. You can use Highway 1941, Highway 54, or even 675 southbound to avoid that jam between Forest Park and Morrow. Now, changing direction up in Gwinnett County, long-lasting crash. They're trying to fish a dump truck out of the woods here. 85 northbound at Hamilton Mill Road, exit 120, still in that right lane. Very tough delays back to I-80 or to the I-985 split. Use Highway 124. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Sunset this evening around 8:45. It'll still be hot and humid at that time with temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. And that'll be the fuel for a line of thunderstorms that will move through the metro region late tonight into early tomorrow morning. We will dry out tomorrow afternoon with a high of 93. And I mean drying out as the humidity drops through the course of tomorrow evening. That'll allow temperatures to drop into the mid to upper 60s for Thursday morning. Thursday and Friday afternoons, highs in the low 90s with low humidity. Clouds return on Saturday with a few afternoon thunderstorms.
91 in Fayetteville, 95 in Hapeville, 90 in Johns Creek. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
This is Scott Slade. When it comes to your engagement ring, there's only one place I'd recommend. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, known for exceptional standards, craftsmanship, and legendary customer service. Tara's passion runs through every design they craft. Engagement rings you'll be proud to gift, cherish, and wear for a lifetime. You fell in love with her because she's unlike any other woman in the world. When it comes to your promise of forever, only a Tara diamond will do. Tara, specializing in diamonds of absolute beauty and legendary customer service since 1985.
At Emory Healthcare, there's a whole team of people devoted to medicine that envisions the future, so you can do the same. When doubt surrounds your picture of tomorrow, hope from others can light the way forward. The power of second chances is here every day, but its beauty shines brightest when you bring it home. Emory Healthcare, the front line of care, the forefront of discovery. Visit emoryhealthcare.org/discover.
Don't let a DUI ruin your life. Hire the attorney that other attorneys hire. GeorgeStein.com.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
When someone's AC is on the fritz, drains are clogged, or wall outlets are sparking, Castile Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical never asks, how soon do you need it fixed? You know why? Because no one in recorded history has ever said, oh, take your time, just whenever you can get to it. We just assume how fast can you get here will always be the answer. So Castile will be there same day, and we won't leave until you're 100% satisfied. See? Sometimes it's good to assume. It gets your AC fixed fast. Book today at CastileAir.com.
Stop rambling on, Bill Crane. We're back on the air, for heaven's sakes.
I didn't have my microphone on.
All right, Jared, we got an update on the Stockbridge drama.
Yeah, that's right. He actually, the 22-year-old mayor came out and spoke, and he now has...
What does Collective Soul think? That's all I care about. It's the only thing I know about Stockbridge.
I lived at Stockbridge for a little while.
Oh, well, look at now I know a couple of people
Look
who
at
lived in
that.
Stockbridge.
Herman lived there.
Oh, okay.
Well,
now,
actually, he lives in McDonough, near Stockbridge.
He did.
Eagles
Actually, if we want to get technical, it was
live?
Eagles Landing.
Yeah,
that's
Eagles
where he
Landing
lived.
is where he lived.
Okay.
But he has, his offices were on the square in McDonough.
All right, now
not very far away.
Welcome to Radio GPS. We're going to tell you where the famous people live. All right, so you got to set up here again, in case people don't know. 22 years old, the mayor
ousted the incumbent mayor,
who's been there for a long time.
The rest of the council have been there for a while. He's the newbie.
Yeah, and he kind of campaigned against this expenditure for this
$32 million
amphitheater, and now that's gone way over. And so they don't like each other. He was locked out, and they said basically he was spending, what do you call those, P cards or something?
Purchasing cards. Purchasing card was being misused for personal expenditures.
Yeah.
And
which could be
true.
Could be true, but it's also something
they're alleging things like using the P card 3 times the same day to fill up vehicles. Well,
Right.
you only have one vehicle that you're entitled to.
Right. Okay. So it could be true, but I mean, I'll just there's the Jamaica kind of thing for
Yes.
me. The Jamaica thing is,
And also scale.
The Jamaica thing for me is, pot is still illegal in Jamaica.
Correct.
But it's allowed everywhere. But the
Everything's item.
everything that the reason they keep it illegal is they know everybody's smoking pot. So if they want to hit you for something,
They've still
they
got
can
away.
go. They can go. Oh, you've got pot. So the question is, do they just not like this person because he's 22? and he
That's
doesn't,
what it feels like.
Or
I think
did he genuinely do
probably
something
a bit
wrong?
Of both. They don't like him. They don't want him to be mayor.
Yeah.
And maybe they have some questionable expenditures. But he has an attorney who's asking, because they haven't given him any of the documentation on the charges yet. And when you ask the city what's going on, they say there's an investigation underway and we can't comment. So how it plays out, I don't know. But they're out to get him out of office, and he's out to discredit the council members that are still there.
The constituents in the middle, what are their rights? They have a right to a mayor, right? They
elected a mayor.
They elected this mayor. How long can this go on before the city council has to just say, well, no, the people elected this guy?
If their investigation, which should be turned over to local law enforcement, there is both a sheriff in Henry County and there's the district attorney in Henry County that you would turn this information over to, as well as potentially scope and scale the Attorney General's office. The sheriff or AG can then make a recommendation based on what they see to the governor's office, and then the governor has the right by statute to suspend mayors, county commissioners, school board officers, if they believe there's reason for indictment. Pending further investigation, they appoint an interim who comes to serve, and then you go through the adjudication process. If they are found innocent, you may remember Burl Ellis, the DeKalb County CEO, who was found guilty, went to prison. On appeal, it was overturned and was put back in before his second term ended. And I could name other instances.
That's a wild ride.
Yeah, but
you get
so
elected,
my
you're in prison.
Is within 30, 60 days, the council will have to turn over whatever they've unearthed.
That's what I'm wondering. There's got to be the
There's
investigation.
not a statutory clock, but there at
Right.
a point, either the AG or the Henry County District Attorney or the sheriff's going to say, "What have you got?" Because otherwise, you're just throwing stuff up in the air, and you can't suspend them. You don't have the authority to suspend them, and there's nobody who started a recall petition.
What about the allegations of all the, the improper stuff around the amphitheater?
So the city hall and the amphitheater, they have a new city hall and an amphitheater, were all built after Stockbridge pushed back on half of its tax digest being absorbed by a proposed City of Eagles Landing. And this was this hot contest around about, I want to say 2014. And when they survived that and kept their tax digest intact, part of their argument was we need to be a destination city. We need to create a reason for people to stop in Stockbridge. And so they built this beautiful, pricey amphitheater that went well over budget, that I think was supposed to be $18 million originally.
Always going to be double.
But it's bigger than Chastain Park.
What?
And it literally sits...
What?
Not the park itself, but the amphitheater.
But the amphitheater is
much
larger?
It's
Thank
larger.
you. Autumn has something
You woke
to ask.
Autumn up.
I just want to participate.
And it sits directly behind the city hall. And so if you're a Stockbridge taxpayer, when you pay your property taxes, 40% of the tax digest is now servicing the debt of the new city hall and the new amphitheater. And they're trying to make the amphitheater profitable, and they have a series of concerts and a season, just like Chastain does. But it's a very urban audience aimed, and they're not bringing in a lot of people from the outside.
So a lot of R&B and
so,
stuff.
yeah, and so as Shelley has mentioned, he
Yeah.
goes and gets cheap seats in the back, and then they just move down to the good seats in the front
Right.
because nobody's bought them.
Chris Rock's doing a comedy night, or not Chris Rock, Chris Tucker's doing a comedy night.
I was
They're
at the
coming up.
opening. They weren't declined at the time, but I got invited, and Gladys Knight was there, and she sang Midnight Train to Georgia, and it's on the train line, and literally
Yeah.
the train starts coming through on cue on the song. It's
You
a
know, here's
beautiful
the-
venue.
I'm
but
sure it is.
It's
This
off
is-
of Highway 138, off of 75, and it's just a little bit.
Let's
you know.
quickly go back to
Sure.
maybe what I think is probably the mistake here. It probably is better just to run a city the size of Stockbridge. It's probably the best thing is just to run it in an efficient manner. You don't have to become a destination city. What's the need for that?
I don't disagree with you, but
just run it well.
there's the second largest industry in Georgia after agriculture is tourism. And so if you this is not a pitch for me,
right?
But if you hire the wrong consultant who gets in front of you and says, okay, you've got this and this and this, you've got two major highways that intersect, 138 and 155, you're within X number of miles of I-285, 675, and 75. If you create an attraction like a Six Flags, which they didn't want anything on that scope,
Yeah.
you can drive more tourism dollars, more hotel dollars, more restaurant and hospitality. And I'm not saying that the amphitheater was a bad idea, but when you have a more than 70% cost overrun,
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
That's not good.
Yeah, I just think that if I was, would be my thinking.
Sure.
If I was the 62-year-old mayor of Stockbridge, my thinking would be we are going to run the city in a very proper manner, in an efficient manner. We're going to make our budgets, and what that's going to do is the word will get out. Own property here. Come here. It's well
Invest.
run.
Yeah.
Invest here.
Schools are good.
Yeah,
blah,
not,
blah, blah.
not that we have Kool and the Gang in the summer,
Yeah.
which, by the way, I go see Kool and the Gang anywhere they are.
But there's so many amphitheaters already, though.
I love Kool and the Gang.
You've been to the amphitheater that's down on the south side of Atlanta, and I'm forgetting what it's
Fred.
called. High-Fi
I've never been.
Lakewood.
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 Yeah.
It's bigger than Lakewood.
What? Autumn,
No
are
way.
you with us?
It's stacked. It's more of like a Hollywood Bowl kind of amphitheater where the seats are steep and go down and there's boxes and all. But it's,
All right, you know what?
it's
You've
huge.
given me enough. I don't need any more information. It's a boondoggle. Bill Crane, thank you very much for being here, and have a great week, my friend.
That was a great song. Down in the Boondocks.
Down in the Boondocks.
Down in the boondocks.
Jim Cherry. Jim something.
People put me down because that's the side of town I was born in.
Thank you, Bill Crane. And for the little singing there at the end, I thank you for that. Alex Williams says there's a rollover crash on 75 South in Morrow.
Yeah, and right now they have the entire I-75 southbound shut down in Morrow, Eric, due to this rollover crash. This is 75 southbound just before Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, exit 233. No traffic is getting by, and it is bumper to bumper behind it, already back up into Hateville. Hopefully we're going to get a right lane open here, but I'd treat it as though it's shut down because it's awful. Couple alternates to get you around it. Highway 1941, Highway 54, which is Jonesboro Road. You can take that down and hop right back on 75 South, or even use I-675 southbound as your alternates to avoid this crash. Checking the ride through downtown Atlanta. How's that looking, Isabella Rodriguez?
If you're making your way into the city, 75 southbound starts getting busy just past West Paces Ferry Road. And on 85 southbound, expect a heavier ride from Cheshire Bridge Road all the way down towards I-20. And coming up from South Atlanta, you're starting to see brake lights near University Avenue as you head into downtown. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustYall.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's Morning News.
In order here, you'll hear Secretary of State Marco Rubio, Democratic Senator Chris Van Hollen.
Make your morning commute a lot more tolerable.
Lane closures begin today as crews start work on express lanes.
Everything you need to know before you start your
New
day.
tech to watch this year includes advancements in self-driving cars and even self-driving 18-wheelers.
Atlanta's Morning News.
Tomorrow starting at 5.
Believed an argument led to a shooting in southwest Atlanta.
Wake up with 95.5 WSB. How Atlanta starts its day.
Is your financial advisor offering you up to a 25% upfront bonus? And are they promising you up to 9% growth per year, all for your retirement income? If not, then you need to come to Trajan Wealth. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you plan to retire within the next 10 years, don't wait only to find out it's too late. I've seen hardworking folks like you retire only to be required to go back to work, all because their advisor told them guarantees like these were too good to be true. They aren't. That's up to $25,000 upfront or up to $9,000 per year on $100,000, guaranteed for retirement income. Don't keep working when you're supposed to be retired, and don't let any financial advisor tell you it's too good to be true. Unlock your Trajan family office at TrajanWealth.com or call 1-855-TRAJAN-1. That's 1-855-TRAJAN-1.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company. DBA in most states has Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Monica Pearson for Superior Plumbing. Did you know Superior is probably the #1 installer of water heaters in Atlanta? If your water heater is over 10 years old, time to replace, and be surprised on the improvements it will make in giving you plenty of hot water. Superior offers a 10-year warranty.
Buying your next car is easy with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Express yourself.
Hi, I'm Stacey Ellis, Vice President of Jim Ellis Automotive Group. These days, we're all short on time, so convenience really matters. And when it comes to buying a vehicle, you should be able to shop for a car the way that works best for you and your schedule. At Jim Ellis Automotive, we've made it easier than ever for you to shop, buy, and trade your way. We call it the Jim Ellis Expressway at JimEllis.com.
Express yourself.
Buy the car you want, the way you want, with the Jim Ellis Expressway. Browse thousands of vehicles from our entire 22 dealership network, calculate your payment, get a value for your trade-in, and secure financing, all from the comfort of your home. You can even schedule an at-home test drive or home delivery. We believe the way you buy your vehicle should be just as personal as the vehicle itself. Start shopping now at JimEllis.com.
Express yourself.
Jim Ellis Automotive, where you can always expect the best.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorney.
Sweet James, the only firm to call if you're hurt in a crash. 800-9-million and sweetjames.com.
You finally got that dream home. Then a pipe burst. Now you're draining your savings to drain the basement, and your other bills keep flooding in. But with Home Tap, you could tap into your home equity to cover renovations, debt, or whatever comes next. And unlike other home equity products, a Home Tap home equity investment has no monthly payments or impact on your mortgage rate. So consider using what you've already built. After all, it's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
All right, we just have to go through this very quickly. So Lindsey Graham's, it's his DC funeral. He's lying in state, I believe. So, back me up on that. I don't want to be wrong about that, but I believe that's true. Anyway, it's the DC memorial for Lindsey Graham. I don't know if he's going to have another one in South Carolina. I don't know where he's going to be interned. So this is, I don't know if MAGA agrees with each other on things but this blows my mind. It's a funeral. A funeral is a place where, yeah, you do bring your filter. You don't show up at a funeral and just, whatever comes to mind about this person that I'm talking about. But anyway.
Should we play the Fox and Friends cut first, just to prove that in the same day it was on his mind?
It was on his mind. So yeah, here's the Fox and Friends.
I mean, Lindsey liked war, to be honest with you. Okay, I said, "You're a nice guy. How come you like war so much?" He was a guy that liked war. I jokingly say, and there's nothing funny about it, but he's never seen a war that he didn't like.
Okay, so look what he said. He said, "I jokingly say, but there's nothing funny about it." So. Was he a good guy? What are you saying? All right, so at the funeral itself, or memorial, whatever it was.
State, yeah.
He's lying in state. Okay. Trump, during his eulogy or whatever, he said this.
He was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like.
Who says that at a funeral? I just
He was hawkish.
I just when I see it, it's like, no, funerals are places where you do pack a filter. You bring the filter. If everybody at a funeral said what they really thought, because sometimes you can love I loved him, but on the day of the funeral, you put the but ... away. You bring that out maybe a couple weeks later at the bar with some close friends. Yeah, we all know, but we loved him, right? So Trump said that, and I don't know what the order was. I don't know if Trump started first because he's the president or went last because he's the president.
Hannity went right after him.
Okay, so right after that, Sean Hannity gets up there and says this.
He was often unfairly characterized as a warmonger. I've heard that false criticism a lot. It's not true.
All right, hold on. Where did you hear it from?
He was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like.
Who spoke first?
Trump did. Okay. So here's the thing. Good luck managing a coherent message from now into November. This is two people speaking about the same person that they both ostensibly loved. One more time, back to back.
Okay, here's Trump.
He was extremely hawkish. I will tell you, he never saw a war that he didn't like.
And now Hannity.
He was often unfairly characterized as a warmonger. I've heard that false criticism a lot. It's not true.
Can the Republicans get together backstage? Hey, this is... I don't know.
I bet Trump was mad because he couldn't get that Tic Tac in his mouth. That's going viral right now.
He tried to put a Tic Tac in his mouth?
He was getting frustrated. He couldn't get it out of the
He eventually got
case.
one in his mouth. Then he offered one to JD.
Yes,
Your breath stinks.
Usually he has a tic-tac assistant. He was on his own there, that's all. Alex Williams says there's a travel advisory on 75.
Yep, all due to this rollover crash in Morrow, Eric. Only the right lane getting by. Single file, 75 South, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, exit 233. It is bumper to bumper back up into Hateville, Highway 1941, Highway 54, which is Jonesboro Road, or I-675 southbound are your best alternates. Up on 285 in Dunwoody, still got a stall in the center lane, 285 east at Chamblee Dunwoody Road. And looks like trouble in Cobb, 285 southbound, the outer loop at Paces Ferry, keeping you on the brakes back into Sandy Springs. Still watching a big jam on I-85 northeast of town, Isabella Rodriguez.
That's right. In Cobb County, a crash on 85 northbound before Hamilton Mill Road, that's exit 120, is blocking 2 right lanes. That delays start back at Gravel Mill Road, and since this is causing some big backups, you'll want to use Highway 129 to get around this. Next report in less than 10 minutes, and this report is also sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. From the Trustdale.com Traffic Center, Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
Sometimes the best gifts aren't on a birthday, an anniversary, or a holiday. They're on a Tuesday. They're on that summer vacation to make a great memory unforgettable, or before going out so she's got something new to wear to dinner. It's Katie Kiley, and at D. Geller & Son, they're experts in making the everyday extraordinary with extraordinary jewelry. Plus, their wholesale routes mean they've got the best quality and the best prices, so you can afford the gift and the vacation. Diamond studs from D. Geller & Son start at just $275, and with their lifetime upgrade, you'll always get 100% of what you paid towards a bigger pair down the road. For something totally unique, they have an incredible selection of one-of-a-kind gemstone jewelry. So whether it's your 10th anniversary or just the 10th day of the month, there's always a reason to give a gift that'll last for generations. And with 87 years in Atlanta, there's plenty of reasons to trust D. Geller & Son Jewelers. In Kennesaw, Sandy Springs, and online at dgeller.com.
What are your 5 very favorite things to spend time on? Your core pursuits, your purpose in life. I'm Wes Moss, and step 2 of my new green book, The Retire Sooner Method, explores why having these 5 core pursuits is imperative for a happy retirement. So what's your answer? Discover the hobbies on steroids the happiest retirees share, plus the roadmap they use. Order on Amazon, then visit retiresoonermethod.com to claim your free bonuses.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Summer's a time to feel and look your best, but I'm not talking about your abs or your tan. Hey guys, it's Mark Aram here. I'm talking about your hair. Restore that bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning during Advanced Hair's once yearly summer savings event. Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day, and they guarantee your new hair will grow. There's absolutely no one in hair restoration I trust more than Advanced Hair. Take advantage of your flexible summer calendar and get the most hair for your dollar. Advanced Hair summer sales event on for a limited time, so get the details and schedule your free consultation today. 470-660-HAIR. One-day treatment, life-changing results. With Advanced Hair, your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Check out the incredible before and afters and take advantage of their best offer ever. That's 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com. 470-660-HAIR or advancedhair.com.
News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, a 16-year-old will spend the rest of his life in prison for the shooting at Appalachia High School.
Your crimes do reflect permanent incorrigibility, and I will sentence you to life without parole for each of the malice murders that you committed.
You heard the sentencing of Colt Gray live on WSB this afternoon. WSB's Veronica Waters reports live. This comes almost 2 years after the shooting shattered the Barrow County community.
2024, Kayachio, when the shootings took place at Appalachia High School, devastating the small community of Winder. And here we are today as the accused and convicted murderer, Colt Gray, pleads guilty to 55 counts and is sentenced to 4 concurrent sentences of life without the possibility of parole for the murders of Mason Skirmerhorn, Christina Aramia, Ricky Aspinwall, and Christian Angulo. Barrow County District Attorney Brad Smith says he won't give another thought to Colt Gray, but now that the hearing is over, he says there is some evidence that kept him up at night before.
There was one piece of video from the school that we did not introduce at trial, and it will haunt me for the rest of my life.
He says, as a father of sons, he knows what 14 years old looks like. Now, he says, he hopes this is a way to move forward for the families.
To think that someone that age is making a decision that's going to affect them the rest of their life. There are no winners here today. This was a losing day all the way around. But like I said, hopefully this is an opportunity for us to work our way back out of that dark place.
Smith says he hopes the end of it comes at the end of this week when they have the sentencing for Colin Gray, who was convicted of second-degree murder for giving his son access to a Sig Sauer rifle, the one used in the attack, even though he could see that the boy's mental health was spiraling. Reporting live, Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
95 degrees in Atlanta. Storms on the way tonight. How long before they move out? Meteorologist Christina Edwards has Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast coming up. Cartersville police are hoping the public can help them solve a decades-old murder case. Patricia Hanlon was found murdered inside her apartment in July of 2000, and since then, investigators have been trying to find her killer. Major Jesse Hours says they are using new technology to review the evidence.
With this case being in the year 2000, various investigative technologies, DNA, fingerprints, stuff like that. We have come a long way 26 years later.
Anyone with information is asked to contact Cartersville Police or the GBI. Big job losses at a major metro Atlanta employer.
Wellstar is one of Georgia's largest nonprofit hospital systems, and in a statement sent to WSB, Wellstar says, quote, following a comprehensive review of our organization, we made the difficult decision to implement workforce reductions that impact our corporate and shared services functions, as well as certain administrative roles within Wellstar Medical Group. Now, these cuts will impact nearly 800 positions. The cuts will not impact doctors, nurses, or other clinical staff. Sabrina Cupid, 95.5 WSB.
A major expansion of a Georgia power plant in Bartow County will help the utility meet growing demand of large load customers.
The natural gas units and battery storage facility under construction here at Plant Bowen will increase energy output by more than 50%. And Georgia Power CEO Kim Green says this expansion couldn't come at a better time.
We need this additional generation for Georgia. Georgia is growing. It's an exciting time to be a Georgian.
The project is being funded with the help of a multi-billion-dollar loan from the Department of Energy. The new units are expected to come online before the end of the decade. In Bartow County, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
A 6-hour SWAT standoff with a burglary suspect in Clayton County ends peacefully. When police arrived at a home on Rock Cut Road in Conley, they find 3 suspects involved in a burglary. 2 of them were immediately taken into custody, but a third barricaded himself inside. Officers made contact with a third suspect in the attic of the residence hours later. Joshua Bryant was taken into custody without further incident. All 3 suspects are facing burglary charges. It is 6:04. Time now for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
Travel advisory continues into tomorrow, Bill, with this rollover crash. 75 southbound, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, exit number 233. Only the right lane is open, and it is a parking lot back up toward the airport in Hateville. Use Highway 1941, Highway 54, which is Jonesboro Road, or I-675 southbound as an alternate. Earlier stall cleared in Dunwoody, 285 eastbound at Chamblee-Dunwoody Road, but now there's trouble southbound on 285 south at Paces Ferry, keeping you slow back into Sandy Springs and slowing 75 south coming out of Marietta. Finally, some good news on I-85 northeast of town, Isabella Rodriguez.
Good news indeed if you're making your way through Buford. That earlier crash on 85 northbound before Hamilton Mill Road has cleared. The delays should be improving shortly and all lanes are back open. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustSale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official air conditioning of Atlanta. Here here's meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Sunset this evening around 8:45. It'll still be hot and humid at that time with temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s. And that'll be the fuel for a line of thunderstorms that will move through the metro region late tonight into early tomorrow morning. We will dry out tomorrow afternoon with a high of 93. And I mean drying out as the humidity drops through the course of tomorrow evening. That'll allow temperatures to drop into the mid to upper 60s for Thursday morning. Thursday and Friday afternoons, highs in the low 90s with low humidity. Clouds return on Saturday with a few afternoon thunderstorms.
And right now, 92 in Sandy Springs, 93 in Decula, 93 in Locust Grove. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Correctamundo, Caiaccio. Hour 4 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. And why don't we give it back? Wow. Did Anthony Newley sing that originally? Well, let's give it back. Nobody knows who Anthony Newley is. Did you know that at the beginning of David Bowie's career, he was considered a Anthony Newley wannabe, a knockoff?
Why?
Look it up.
No, that
it's
makes
true.
sense.
Yeah, he. Yeah, Anthony Newley, who was a singer for people who don't know, he would, in the 70s, he'd show up on shows. And
Every
stuff.
show.
Yeah, that's why I would see him. And I always saw him as just Axl Rose. Anthony Newley annoyed me when I was a kid. The way, and when Axl Rose did "Live and Let Die," I thought, "What is this, Anthony Newley? Live and Let Die."
Everybody's like, who?
Yes. But the truth, apparently, in the early '60s in England, he played a role. He had a television show, and he was super cool. He was like super cool, young, modern English dude on English TV, and a singer. And David Bowie was seen as kind of I would guess like a poor man's Anthony Newley. He was kind of look it up.
Give some context, sir. I don't know who this person is, but I know David Bowie is, so I'll look into it.
Look into it. It's kind of an interesting stat. When I was a kid, this guy would show up on shows, and I just couldn't stand the way that it wasn't his big song, "Stop the World, I Want to Get Off." I think it was something like that.
I thought it was the one that we just played.
Which one?
That's the one I know.
No. I'm talking about. I'm not talking about. That was Midnight Oil, right? Am I wrong?
Yes, it was Midnight
Oil. Oh, I thought you were saying
that
that was the singer.
No, I'm saying David Bowie. When he started out, he was seen as a poor man's Anthony.
Hold on, guys. Let's restart the hour.
Yeah.
And where's Anthony Newley? Was he in this oil band?
No.
Oh, see, that's what I thought you were saying.
The music. You know what? I don't want to get angry here, but if you would just listen to what I was saying, I was telling you. I don't feel heard or seen.
I was looking at you and I was hearing you. I thought you were saying that the person that was singing that song was a person named Anthony Newley.
No, I told you Anthony Newley was somebody who showed up on television shows in the 70s. How could he be on MTV and Midnight Oil and be 23 years old?
I don't know when that song
Do the math.
It was what kind of fool am I?
What kind of
fool am I?
But didn't he do? I'm sure that he did
who
the
can
song.
I turn to? And he also did
"Stop the World, I Want to Get Off." That was him, man. He was in some kind of play,
Are you listening to him?
I'm listening to him. I'm disagreeing with him.
He did "Pure Imagination" from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
This is weird.
Yeah.
All right, George, I want some Anthony Newley.
There's a #1 single in the UK, "Why." Then there's "Do You Mind."
Okay.
What
I didn't know any
kind of fool am I?
Look in there and see if there's a song called "Stop the World, I Want to Get Off" by Anthony Newley.
I stopped the world, I want to get off.
That's midnight. Let's give it back. Yeah,
you're right.
Get that.
That's what
dog.
it's called.
I know it's thundering, and so he's.
Get him a
I tried
thunder
to put a
coat.
thunder shirt on him. He didn't take it. He's so good. Sorry.
It's a musical.
Yeah, was he in it? I think that he was in it, and then he did that song, and my mom must have loved it, and it was in my house. No, it wasn't.
So good.
He's Australian.
Did you just say he was in Chess?
She asked. I have to give her that. She said,
but there's a question.
There was a question mark.
There's a question mark.
City, and the city don't know what the city is getting. The creme de la creme of the chess world.
The chess
And
world.
a show
One
with
night.
everything but Yul Brenner.
One night in Bangkok will make
The
a
world's your oyster.
I love that song.
That was written by the same guy who wrote Jesus Christ Superstar, Tim Rice.
One of the guys from ABBA, too.
Yeah, it was him and the guy from ABBA.
Talking about the Seven Lions song, right?
Yeah, that.
One Night in Bangkok?
One night in Bangkok.
Oh, not the Seven Lions song?
Well, did they cover it? Did they cover it, or they just use the same name?
I think they use the same name. I have to look into the history.
One night in Bangkok makes a hard man humble.
It does have that part in it.
Okay, well, that's a
mine
cover.
must be a cover.
So
then.
you learned something. You thought that the 17 Lions did it themselves.
7 Lions, not 17.
The 27 Lions.
7 Lions.
The 37 Lions.
Are they a good band?
Seven Lions is a great artist, yes.
He's a guy?
Yes, he's a guy.
I get my kicks a little waistline sunshine.
Is that what it sounded like, Jared?
It's that Jared. No. It's that Jared music.
Yeah.
It sounds like like your washer and your dryer are fighting each other.
Clang, 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 clang. Dubstep's coming back, guys. Get ready for it.
I know it.
It never went away.
I know it. That's why I'm leaving the country. People think it's about the politics. It's not. I say, hey, dubstep's coming back. I can't live through that twice.
How can you be a plural 7 Lions if you're one guy? Oh, he looks cool.
My machine.
Wait, is that her machine? That's her machine. I thought it was her.
Well, I'm using it too much. I need to crank start it. I can't get it
By the
started.
way, you're reminding me of... There's a story about a study, and they figured out the average number of times that people pass gas every day.
I'm an outlier.
5.
Yeah, I told you I'm an
The
outlier.
mean,
I don't feel like
is
I've passed
ridiculous.
gas hardly at all.
The mean is 3. And the average is 5.
People are lying.
Way
Now,
higher
people
than
pass
that.
gas way more than
I
that.
don't know.
That seems right to me.
I'm talking about the last half hour.
He's walking
I'm
down
with
the hall.
you, Tim.
You are an outlier. Doing his jumping jacks.
Here on Sunday when George is in here, I'm like, hey, sorry, I'm going to be doing this.
Oh,
for the
you
next
can't
hour.
do that as a
No.
host. You can't do that as a host. You got to keep the studio clean. And
I usually try to do it in the newsroom.
Oh,
but
for heaven's sake!
It's like dueling banjos. I'm in there too.
Oh, man, but if you go out in the newsroom, poor Michelle Wright, you got to gas her out like that?
Yeah, that's wrong.
That's wrong, Tim.
Maybe she joined in. What do you know?
No, I go in. They usually do it in the traffic room. I go in there.
It's even worse.
What I thought, it's a smaller place. What I thought with this news was people are gross. If everybody's doing that 5 times a day, I mean, you're just looking around everywhere you go, and people are just.
Don't you think that's really low, though?
Way
I feel
low.
like that's
Yeah,
really
people are
low.
lying on this here. It says, number one, that men fart slightly more than women. That's
Hey,
a lie. Women fart way more.
I didn't use that word. I don't like that
Gas,
word. I
pass
said
gas.
passing gas.
Pass gas.
Eric
Women
doesn't like that word.
Women pass gas way more than men do.
Get out of here.
That
That's
is
not
so-
even possible.
Absolutely,
That's
That's
not true.
not even possible.
It is
Women,
absolutely
by and
possible.
large, do not eat like men do.
Right.
They do not put as much garbage into their face as men
And not
do.
as much air when you eat.
Yeah, men are
Yeah.
like.
I remember getting in the car.
Women be all. That's my little.
They be shopping in farting.
Women be all.
I remember getting in the car with my mother going to the grocery store, and she would gas it up. Okay, let me just
All right.
rest in
Well,
peace.
she
Rest
didn't
in
care.
peace.
She had her son in the car. You don't count.
Yeah,
All right,
It's
who
a
else?
family.
That's one person. Who else you got?
Oh, listen,
You
ants.
gonna throw Tina under the bus?
I'm not gonna throw
Ants.
Tina.
What do
Tina's a
insects?
saint.
What do insects have?
Aunts. How about that? Aunts.
Aunts.
There are plenty of people. The second you
I
get in
say
the car, ants.
I say
think
ants too. That's how you say
I
it.
have never in my life had a woman walk up to me when I was a child and say, "Pull my finger." Never.
Yeah. See, where's
Never.
that come from?
That comes
More
from men.
women who are doing it? I doubt it.
That comes from the patriarchal structure of it all, right, Autumn? We need to fight this, for heaven's sakes.
Pull my finger, darling.
I'm mad that my dog's a boy.
Yeah, well, you picked him out.
Yeah.
I know. I really regret it.
Boy with a big mouth. Shut up.
Did you have him fixed?
What's that?
Did you have him fixed?
Oh, yeah.
No, he's no longer a man.
not true.
Wait.
Well, that's kind of true.
Yeah.
Testes?
Just has his lipstick, that's all.
Yeah.
What if women have their ovaries out? Does that not make them
They're
a
a man.
woman?
I'm talking about a dog, not a human.
What?
Not talking about humans.
It's better now. It's better now because they have, we have drugs and
Yeah.
stuff. But like in the 70s and stuff, when a woman had a hysterectomy, it was like a mustache was there the next week.
Yeah.
But now it's
Go to
different.
bed.
Now it's different. Because we have all the kind of like drugs that they can give you.
Yeah,
kind of
the estrogen drugs.
Well, they don't always take out the ovaries.
Is there a room you could put that dog in? You know, I'm worried about the dog.
All the way across the entire house.
I know. I just thought
I'm in
maybe
the furthest away I can get.
Can you throw a blanket over? Just a large comforter. Just
Let me see
throw
if
over.
this chloroform is so
Yeah, why don't you just hold it down? Shut up, dog. This article, by the way, about passing gas.
Passing gas. Thank you. Show some class.
It says here that gas builds throughout the day.
Hold on. Pass the gas. Show some class. Yamamoto.
Apparently, gas builds throughout the day and peaks in the evening right around dinner time. So right around now.
Oh, isn't that great?
Right at the table.
Just as you're putting it in.
That's a weird way to say it.
Maybe that's the reason that people don't eat at the table anymore. Maybe that's the unspoken reason that we all just kind of
because Mom
watch
obviously.
Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Mom is ripping away.
I'm telling you.
Who wants more gravy?
Sorry, honey.
We have more milk in this pitcher. Anybody want more?
I got broccoli, milk,
Like
cheese.
those 50s and 60s TV shows. They sit down for a pitcher of milk. Like halfway through, it's like tepid. Who the hell wants it? Alex Williams says 75 South is bumper to bumper in Clayton County.
That's right, Eric. All due to this rollover crash. A little bit of good news down there. They have opened a second right lane, so 2 right lanes are now open. 75 southbound, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, exit 233. But like you said, still bumper to bumper behind it out of Hateville. Highway 1941, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, or I-675 South are some good alternates to get you around that. Looking for new trouble in DeKalb, 285 north, the outer loop around Chamblee. Tucker stacking up the ride, leaving Highway 29. We also got trouble on 285 in Cobb County, Isabella Rodriguez.
Making your way out from Cobb County, 285 southbound at Paces Ferry Road. Trouble there is slowing you down, and that's going to slow you down as you make your way out from I-75. The ride clears after that and picks back up at Highway 78 as you're making your way towards I-20. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Tonight's Mega Million jackpot is many millions. So imagine what you could do. What are you waiting for? Get your ticket at your favorite store or the Georgia Lottery app for your chance to win. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustSale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Get your medical questions answered with the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital. This Sunday, we'll be joined by Dr. Heather Weissman, an ophthalmology specialist who will take your calls while discussing vision and cataract surgery. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for the Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital on 95.5 WSB.
Cool-Ray is celebrating 60 years of bringing home comfort to Atlanta, and they're making July a month to remember. Right now, you can upgrade your home comfort with a new Carrier cooling system starting at just $60 a month. The Georgia heat is here, and if your AC struggled last summer or you're worried about rising repair costs, now is the time to replace. For 60 years, Atlanta homeowners have trusted Cool-Ray to keep their homes comfortable. To set an appointment today, simply go to Coolray.com. Cool-Ray Carrier. Turn to the experts.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Anyone on the roads in North Georgia knows that tractor trailers are everywhere. For my friends in the motorcycle community, a distracted big rig could change your life forever. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. Steel Horse Law specializes in motorcycle accidents involving trucks, and they can protect you from big corporations and their armies of lawyers. Steel Horse Law can help you get back on your feet, medical bills paid, back to work, and your case resolved. Schedule your free accident evaluation at steelhorselaw.com.
If your garage door stops working, is that urgent? If some repair guy says he can maybe come out tomorrow or maybe the day after that, is that a problem? I mean, if you got to get to work and your car's stuck in your garage, that's urgent. If your wife's 39 weeks pregnant, starts feeling a little something, it's raining cats and dogs, the go bag is already in the trunk, and your car's stuck in your garage, that's urgent. At Mo Better Garage, we make that way mo better. If you call us to repair your garage door, we ask, what time is good for you? We adjust our schedules to meet your schedule. And we always have same-day availability, because sometimes it's urgent. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage, and we'll come over when you need us. Because if you call us, it's your call.
Mo Better Garage, we make it way more better.
MoBetterGarage.com.
You can't have a healthy home with bugs and critters running around. That's why families trust Breda to keep their homes protected and truly healthy.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
You have to dissolve the bones. I don't know how many times I have to tell you this.
Eric, we're on the air.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, everybody knows you can't just, dispose of the organs. You must bury the bone.
Tim, we're on the air.
Yes, I know.
You have to burn the teeth.
You can talk about these things because he's covered his tracks.
Yes, and I have a pestle, and I just crush the teeth.
That's smart.
Spread that.
All right.
They'll chase you
All right. We don't have to
otherwise.
keep going. It was just a little aside. We're back on the air now.
I know we are, but we'll share our knowledge.
I think people need to know.
Well, what people need to know is that Jared Yamamoto is joining Autumn Fisher on the bird train.
I'm
apparently.
with you. I'm birding now.
Yay!
Does this mean you're killing and eating birds?
No. I am proudly bird watching.
Their bones
now.
are hollow.
But at least my birds are cool, Autumn. Your birds are not cool. My birds are cool.
Why? What are her birds?
She has just like normal birds that go
Am I
to
supposed to?
like a bird feeder.
No, you're supposed to be pissed. You're supposed to really,
Hey!
Jerk! How dare you?
What do you mean?
I have a charm, not a flock, a charm of hummingbirds that have moved into the woods right next to my house.
All right, let me tell you this. Hummingbirds, those aren't birds. Those are overgrown insects.
No,
as far as I'm
no,
concerned.
they're beautiful.
They're disgusting.
It's really weird. Like when they fly around, you're like, ah!
It's like horror movie. It's like horror movie stuff when they're like, if there's something they keep kind of going up at, like, hey, I think I'll flap my wings 9 billion times a second. Get out of here.
It's kind of cool because you actually see them land now. Since there's 6 of them, you actually land on our porch.
See them land?
Yeah, you never see I never see hummingbirds
Are you
land.
jealous?
Yeah, see?
Man,
Exactly.
my birds don't land.
Yeah, exactly.
They be flying.
Birds be flying.
You probably have like brown thrashers and blue jays and cardinals. Lame. I have hummingbirds at my house.
You have a little
They're
hummingbird
beautiful.
feeder out on your porch.
I'm about to get one. I ordered
Don't
one on
put
Amazon.
the red dye
have fun
in
with the ants.
Don't put the what'd you say? Don't put the red dye.
dye in the juice that they drink.
I won't. I will not
kill
put
the
any.
birds.
I will not put any dye
Does
in
that
there.
kill hummingbirds or all birds?
God.
Does red dye really?
I don't know. You know how like those hummingbird feeders always have like a red dye.
Well, they're red. They're red glass.
juice.
The red
No,
glass
it's not
one.
glass.
You say that. First of all, you say that like everybody knows.
You go to Ace Hardware in the bird crap section. They have glass
I've
ones.
never seen a bird crap section.
Well, you know all the crap that you buy.
They're
if you
not. The glass isn't red. It's the juice.
Well, sometimes the glass
What
is
juice?
red.
What are you putting in there? What's the juice that you put in there?
You put like sugar
high
in
C.
water.
Oh, because they like sugar, right?
Hawaiian
Yeah.
He
punch.
puts gas in his. He wonders why they
Hawaiian
die.
punch.
We're
Hummingbirds
really
are
good
like.
at it being gas.
And then there's one with insulin right next to it.
So that's all they go for, sugar?
Yeah, literally.
They look like they're on a sugar high. They are the
You'll get
freakiest.
honeybees too.
Yeah, you get honeybees, also
those-
yellow jackets.
What if they sting the hummingbirds?
Because
They
of
won't.
They won't. They're too far.
Because of my neighbors now, my neighbors have put out sugary water on each of their porches. We're all connected in townhomes. And now that there's 6 of them that live nearby, they just kind of all hang around our houses now. And it's really cool.
All right, can I ask a question about the things that flap their wings a billion times?
Hummingbirds.
Okay, no, I'm just saying more than
Dragonflies?
that. Dragonfly, like bees.
Yeah.
Do you think, and maybe people know, so like if I'm flapping the way a bee does, right? Is that like, would that to them be like me flapping my arms and they can feel it? Or is just something they have an intuition and they just turn that machine on? They just like in their brain,
It's
they
not a
kind of turn it
muscle.
on.
Our stuff is muscle.
Yeah.
Theirs is like blood.
Okay, so it's like they just have an
something.
intuition and they just kick it on. They're not flapping.
Yeah, they don't
Like
know.
a bird, a normal bird is like my arms. They're flapping.
That'd be too much for their little tiny brains to
I would think.
process.
I would
It's like
think.
it's
I
like
don't
our
know.
organs that function on their own.
You've done pretty well.
Oh, come on.
Alex Williams says there's a crash cleanup on 75 South in Morrow.
Yes, the overturned vehicle crash we've been watching, Eric. They just got it back onto its wheels on 75 southbound, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, exit 233. And currently all lanes are shut down as a hero is dragging this damaged vehicle to the right shoulder. So hopefully going to get some lanes here, lanes open here soon. It is still bumper to bumper, though, back to I-75. Again, alternates Highway 1941, Highway 54, or I-675 south. What are things looking like on I-85 toward Gwinnett County? Isabella Rodriguez.
Heading north on I-85, you'll find some delays starting at 285, continuing through Norcross. But once you're past Pleasant Hill Road, that traffic there starts to improve. This report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Here we are. The hot and humid Georgia days are back, and this is the time of the year your AC could be tested, running harder than ever. This is Scott Slade, and if your air conditioning is having trouble answering the bell, I have good news. Ragsdale Heating and Air is here to keep you and your family cool and save you money. Right now, you can get up to $1,700 off a new Care-A home comfort system, and along with their terrific service, here's something else homeowners like me really love about Ragsdale. Your new system comes with Ragsdale's own exclusive 15-year parts and labor warranty. That means zero repair costs till 2041. No stress, no out-of-pocket, just comfort for years to come. Ragsdale's your go-to team for plumbing, electrical, and insulation, too. All under one roof, all with the same dependable service. I'm still loving my kitchen lighting they installed years ago. Why choose Ragsdale? More than 13,000 five-star reviews, and many of their employees have been with the company 10, 20, even 30 years. Scheduling is easy, too. Book online at ragsdaleair.com or call them. Ragsdale is the name I know you can trust.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. Take control of your love life. Call now. 404-885-8885.
Most home sellers get one offer. It's somewhere between lowball and not good enough. Orchard changes that. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. With Orchard's new Orchard offers, you don't just get one offer, you get multiple cash offers from serious investors, all competing for your home. Here's how it works. You work with an Orchard agent who submits your home to their exclusive network of hundreds of local cash buyers. They come to you with offers, you review them all, and pick the best one on your terms. So you don't have to settle on one offer. You see every offer side by side. That's how you know you're getting top dollar. Orchard offers means no repairs, no showings, no drawn-out process. Before you accept any offer, see them all first. Get a free home valuation and see your offers today with Orchard Offers. Go to orchard.com. That's orchard.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. Our top local story, Colt Gray is sentenced to life without parole for the Appalachian High School shooting.
The slain will not return to life. The injured will not forget their wounds, and a 16-year-old boy will live and die in prison.
The sentence from Judge Nicholas Prim in Barrow County heard live on WSB this afternoon.
You understood the horror of what you were going to do. You studied the trials of those other shooters. You even critiqued the victim statements given in those cases, and yet you did this anyway.
Gray entered guilty pleas to all 55 counts on Friday, including murder for the deaths of 2 students and 2 teachers at Appalachian High School in September of 2024. Sentencing for Colt Gray's father, Colin, is scheduled for Thursday. He was convicted in March of multiple charges, including second-degree murder. Prosecutors say he gave his son the gun used in the shooting. It is 97 degrees in Atlanta. Wind-induced storms arrive tonight, and how long before they move out? Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards is coming up. Cobb County takes the first steps toward putting regulations on new data centers.
Commissioners heard from staff the first version of data center codes, which limits new projects to industrial areas, keeps the size to that of self-storage units. But Community Service Director Jessica Glenn says Cobb will never be home to any big data centers. There's just no space.
We don't really have the opportunity here for the large-scale data center farms, but we are more likely, I think, as Cobb County, to be impacted by what's happening in the cities and with our neighbors.
Now, commissioners say it will likely be October before these codes get implemented. Keith Cromwell, 95.5 WSB.
Work is underway on a massive expansion of a decades-old Georgia power plant in Bartow County. The new natural gas units and battery storage facilities at Plant Bowen will help them meet the growing demands on the grid. Georgia Power President and CEO Kim Green says the demand from large load customers should not scare residential ratepayers.
Part of what is great about attracting this new business is that we can provide benefits to all of our customers.
The new units are expected to come online in the next 3 to 4 years. A new push for answers in a 26-year-old cold case in Cartersville.
In July of 2000, 53-year-old Patricia Hanlon was found murdered in her apartment. The case has been open for more than 2 decades, and now Cartersville Police Major Jesse Hours hopes someone will come forward.
I do believe that somebody out there knows what happened. The person responsible told somebody.
The decades-old evidence is currently being reevaluated using the latest forensic technology. Hours says he wants to bring closure to the family.
Everybody deserves justice.
Anyone with information is asked to contact investigators. In Cartersville, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
One of Georgia's largest nonprofit hospital systems is laying off hundreds of workers. WellStar is cutting nearly 800 employees to reduce costs and streamline operations. The layoffs will affect WellStar's corporate and shared service teams, as well as administrative functions at WellStar Medical Group. The cuts do not include doctors, nurses, and clinical staff. WellStar is in the midst of opening new hospitals and major medical facilities in Metro Atlanta and other parts of the state. Marietta-based WellStar agrees to pay over $4 million to settle a class action lawsuit over the privacy of your medical records.
WellStar was accused of sharing patients' health information from MyChart to third parties, which
which include Meta and Google. WSB consumer expert Clark Howard.
This is not a shock at all. It's part of a pattern that the privacy we thought we had through HIPAA doesn't really exist today anymore.
Wellstar says the settlement is not an admission of guilt. The deal first must be approved by a judge to finalize it. Then those affected will be notified by mail. Lisa Nicholas, 95.5 WSB.
It's now 6:34 and time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple Team Traffic begins with Alex Williams.
All right, Bill, we got a little bit better news down in Morrow. The earlier overturned vehicle crash, 75 southbound, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road. That's exit 233. They've gotten most all that over to the right shoulder. At times, they're still holding that right lane as they do the crash cleanup on the right shoulder, so still very slow back to 285, but hopefully those delays will start to improve. Elsewhere in Cobb County, crash cleared, 285 southbound, the outer loop at Paces Ferry, and then over into Cobb County, much better news. That crash is also cleared, 285 northbound, the outer loop at Chamblee Tucker Road. How are things looking through downtown Atlanta? Isabella Rodriguez.
Your ride into the city starts slow near University Avenue. It stays busy through downtown, up through the Midtown area, and heading into Midtown, expect some delays on 85 southbound back to Cheshire Bridge Road and on 75 southbound at Northside Drive, all the way down towards the Midtown area. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the Trustdale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast with meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Sunset this evening around 8:45. It'll still be hot and humid at that time with temperatures in the upper 80s to low 90s, and that'll be the fuel for a line of thunderstorms that will move through the metro region late tonight into early tomorrow morning. We will dry out tomorrow afternoon with a high of 93, and I mean drying out as the humidity drops through the course of tomorrow evening. That'll allow temperatures to drop into the mid to upper 60s for Thursday morning. Thursday and Friday afternoons, highs in the low 90s with low humidity. Clouds return on Saturday with a few afternoon thunderstorms.
94 in Noonan, 95 in Midtown Atlanta, 93 in Dunwoody. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Steel Horse Law has mastered the complex laws of bike wrecks. They win big for bikers.
Cracks, gaps, and leaning? Oh my! You've got foundation problems.
Hi, I'm Mark Beckham, owner of Atlanta Ramjack. You should never ignore cracks in your bricks, stucco, sheetrock, or drywall. Also, check for gaps in your door frames, windows, or your garage door. And if your chimney is leaning, you probably have a foundation issue.
Let the specialists at Ramjack fix it right the first time. Google Atlanta Ramjack for your free estimate.
Ramjack.
So, how much did they raise the price of your termite bond renewal this time? Switch to Breda Pest Management and your termite rate is locked in for 10 years.
Breda, no need to be afraid of bugs.
Georgia Power is here for you with programs, tools, and incentives that lower your bill. But we also have a few ways you can save right now. Unplug devices like TVs when they're not being used, or use a power strip you can switch off. Make sure you're only using the lights you need. Change out your HVAC filter and make sure your vents are clear. Set your thermostat at 78 for max efficiency. But every degree closer helps, because everything we save on energy can be better spent being there for the people we care about. Visit georgiapower.com for more energy-saving tips.
If you're thinking about selling your home this summer, there's no better time than now. With Mark Spain Real Estate's Guaranteed Offer, you can skip the market uncertainty and sell your home hassle-free and for top dollar. Hi, this is Mark Spain. The Guaranteed Offer is the simplest way to sell your home. With our Guaranteed Offer, you're always in control. You can eliminate all the hassle, sell your home for top dollar, and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Are you having trouble
hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2026 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
A story that I have, I tend to do this, these long sort of murder trials that get famous. I don't have any interest in. I mean, there was that big one in the 90s, caught my eye.
Which one was that?
That would be the O.J. Simpson trial.
Never heard of it.
That would caught my eye, but for the most part, I don't.
I was acquitted.
Yeah, yes, you were. So I haven't been following. I just tend to I just look at it and go, wow, these people were murdered. That's terrible. And then I'll find out when the jury decides. You know what I mean? I don't need to go through all the whatever. I just think, oh, God, that's awful. So I've been kind of ignoring this story about this Brian Kohberger. Are you familiar with this? I think everybody's familiar with it except for me. So
Who is it?
I've seen the headlines. He's the guy who he stabbed and killed 4 University of Idaho students.
Oh, that's right.
Now, did he live with them or something? I've only gotten like pieces of it over the years.
I think he at least hung out with them.
Well, he was convicted. He was convicted of it. And so now he's seeking to take back his guilty plea. And this is the reason I bring it up. He says he was convinced, this is quote, convinced to falsely confess, unquote. And the reason I bring it up is I cannot relate to that at all. Maybe I shouldn't say there are no circumstances. If somebody threatened my family or something, you confess to this murder or we'll do something horrible to a family member, that's the only way that I can imagine that someone would convince me to confess to a murder that I did not commit. You see this from time to time, and I don't know if it's just because I know myself. No one could convince me that contextually the best thing to do would be to confess to a murder that I didn't. If I didn't murder someone, no one could get me to confess to anything that I didn't do. Again, the only thing I can think of in my mind is they have a family member they've abducted, and if I don't say this, they're going to harm the family. That is the only thing that could come to mind that would make, like, under what circumstances could somebody convince you to admit to a murder you didn't commit? Maybe you know who committed it and you're covering for that person. Maybe that's another one.
Maybe.
Like it's somebody, oh, look, they're young. I'll take the fall. I don't know. But the idea, it doesn't seem like it belongs in the world of probabilities to me, that the average person could somehow be convinced by a prosecutor or their own lawyer that, yeah, the best thing here, yeah, I know you didn't do it, but our best strategy, confess. How does that, and how does anybody go, no, I'm not going to do that because I did not kill that person, so that's not going to happen. So
it says here that there was ineffective counsel in his case, threats from prison officials, and misleading information about the Senate.
Right there. So, hey, you better confess to this murder or we'll beat you up. Well, if I confess to the murder, I'm going to jail for life. Like, there's always I don't know what the situation was here. I guess he didn't get the death penalty, and I'm not sure about the laws in that state, but I'm not buying that anyone can be convinced unless they have a mental problem. Unless if they have a mental problem or they're born with a very low IQ or something. Yeah, I could see somebody that could be tricked. That's not being convinced. That's tricking somebody. But anyone of sound mind and body, what is the thing that makes you go, yeah, I guess the easiest thing to do would be to confess to a murder I didn't commit? How would that even happen? So if I'm the judge in this case, maybe you didn't get the greatest counsel in the world, but also it doesn't help this guy.
So he's already gone to trial?
He's been convicted. And so now I guess now he's saying he was
seeking to withdraw his guilty plea.
Yeah, imagine if he pled guilty, then there was no trial, right?
Right. So it's too late.
Yeah. Well, I think that if you can prove that you were deceived in some way, you can overturn these things.
Ask George.
Clark or Stein?
Clark.
He seems to know about these things.
Well, I wouldn't do that.
I think it happens pretty often where people are convinced because they just want it to end the whole. But maybe not with murder. Murder is
I'm only talking. No, I'm not. Right. Look, if there's a thing and you didn't do it, but it's kind of like maybe just above a misdemeanor, and by fighting it, then you're actually going to hurt you'll be dragged through the glass. There are some levels you can go, all right, it's just easier to kind of. Even then, I think you're probably covering for somebody or whatever. You just don't want more information to have to be out there. My mind can go there. But, generally, if you admit to murdering 4 people, you're not going to see daylight ever again. So I'm not going to be convinced to confess to that if I didn't do it. I was like, I thought I saw a picture of him in this.
He's pretty freaky looking guy.
Doesn't he look like, what's the name of the guy from Patrick Bateman?
Christian Bale?
Christian Bale in that movie. What's the movie?
American Psycho.
Yeah, he looks like that guy a little bit.
I don't know if he's.
It's like one of those killers that's like super clean and hygienic, like the scariest kind.
He does look like he's got that killer, like calmness,
Yeah. Like and it's weird. Like I don't know if this is true or not, but it's I don't hang out with killers, so I see them mostly in movies.
You know about
I see them in movies and stuff. But there is this weird like type of killer that seems like there's almost like OCD and like super clean. And I'm not talking about Stephen Miller.
Ted Bundy's a little bit like that.
Ted Bundy, yes. I'm not talking about Stephen Miller. He looks a little bit like the character in. Is it Patrick Bateman? The name is?
Yes, yeah.
This guy does look like Ted Bundy, a little bit.
He does a little with the curly hair.
Yeah, and the eyebrows.
Yeah, I'm sorry, pal. If I'm the judge in that case, I'm saying, no. Look, you're
the dad of one of the victims wants another trial so they can line him up and really pin it on him.
Right. There wasn't a trial this time around.
Well, he
pled guilty. He pled guilty. So
yeah,
there's just a sort of whatever it takes to come up with sentencing, but there was no actual trial. Alex Williams has better news. It's always nice to know. Do you know what? These days, isn't it nice to get some good news?
We need some good news.
Wow. Alex Williams has better news on 75 South in Clayton County.
That's right, Eric. All that earlier rollover crash cleanup has cleared. It's gone. Everything is back open. 75 southbound, Highway 54, Jonesboro Road, exit 233. So delays back toward I-285 are starting to improve. Found a new crash in West Atlanta, 20 westbound at Holmes Drive, exit 52. That's knocking out 1 to 2 right lanes. And trouble 285 east, the inner loop into Cab before Peachtree Boulevard, exit 31, keeping you on the brakes from Georgia 400. Checking the ride on 75 in Cobb County. What's it looking like, Isabella Rodriguez?
Right now, we're seeing some trouble in Marietta with a crash on 75 southbound at Delk Road. 2 left lanes are blocked there, and that's going to cause you some delays as you try to approach 285. This report is sponsored by Resurgence Orthopedics. Trust Georgia's largest orthopedic practice with nearly hundreds of physicians across 25 locations. Resurgence Orthopedics. Schedule your appointment today at resurgence.com. Next report in less than 10 minutes from the TrustDale.com Traffic Center. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
The 26th Annual WSB Radio Care-A-Thon.
$2,306,264.
That's awesome. And we want to thank our friends over at Jim Ellis Automotive, Cool Ray, Finley Roofing, and Sudlow Concrete for their contribution and continued support for the kids at the Affleck Cancer and Blood Disorders Center at Children's.
Your donation saves lives.
Dave Baker here. If you've ever had to sort through a pile of lumber on the job site, you know that's time you don't get back. That's not good. That's why builders trust Randall Brothers. Randall Brothers stocks premium lumber that's straighter, cleaner, and ready to perform, not something you have to pick through board by board. And Randall Brothers understands what quality means when your name is on the project. Randall Brothers, widest selection, industry expertise, accurate, no-hassle deliveries, randallbrothers.com.
This kitchen is insane. New counters, new floors. Who did this?
My house.
Your house did your kitchen?
Yep, I used a HomeTap home equity investment to get cash from the equity I already had, with no monthly payments or impact on my mortgage rate.
So your home paid for itself. That's genius.
Huh, I guess I am a genius.
All right, easy there.
HomeTap lets you turn your home equity into cash with no monthly payments. It's your home. Tap into it. See how much you could get at HomeTap.com.
With good health comes a happy life, but finding free, trustworthy medical advice can be challenging. Good news for you, WSB and the medical professionals at Northside Hospital are here to help. Tune in this Sunday at 8 a.m. for Doctors on Call, presented by Northside Hospital, a weekly show dedicated to helping you live a healthier and happier life. This week, we'll be joined by Dr. Heather Weissman from Atlanta Ophthalmology Associates to discuss cataract surgery, Sunday at 8 a.m. on 95.5 WSB.
Sounds like your car is giving you trouble again, Frank.
Mary, I think she's finally running out of steam after all these years.
Well, why don't you give her a second chance where she can make a difference in the community?
What do you mean?
Donate her to Tommy Novus Center. I just donated my vehicle. It was super easy and fast, and they'll use the proceeds to help people with disabilities find jobs.
That's a great idea. What a feeling knowing my old rundown car can help someone.
Donate your old vehicle, RV, or boat to Tommy Novus Center and help people with disabilities gain meaningful employment. Call 866-NOVUS-AUTO or visit TommyNovusCenter.org and donate today.
The best Zero Res deal is back. Get 3 rooms of carpet clean for just $109 plus a free hallway. Last time, our schedule filled up fast. Book your cleaning today at ZeroResAtlanta.com. Zero Res, spell it backwards or forwards, it's the right way to clean.
Just call Sweet James at 1-800-9-million. Just call Sweet James, your accident attorneys.
Hurt in a crash? Call the attorneys at Sweet James, 800-9-million, and sweetjames.com. These pop-up afternoon thunderstorms, no joke, friends. 1 minute it's sunny, the next you're grabbing buckets for a roof leak. Ugh. Hey, it's Mark Aram here. That's why homeowners like me call Dr. Roof. Need a quick repair? A whole new roof? Dr. Roof brings trusted service, a price match guarantee, and up to a 50-year workmanship warranty, the only one in town. And don't forget to visit drroof.com for coupons. Dr. Roof, ready before the storm hits.
On BritBox, there is a place where stories twist like cobblestone roads, grand manners hide secrets, and stakes are higher than seaside cliffs. Find places worth getting lost in on BritBox. Watch new series like The Other Bennett Sister from the world of Jane Austen and A Woman of Substance starring Golden Globe winner Brenda Blethyn. If you want to get away, you're in the right place. Stream the best of British TV on BritBox. Free trial at BritBox.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to My Computer Career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu. My Computer Career, an elite CompTIA certification partner.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
This Jared Yamamoto just keeps pushing the story, which I've been pushing it back, but I realize now here we are at the end of the show, and it's almost that spot in the local news, you know, where they have kind of the wacky
that exact
story.
Spot.
It's that exact
the deep block. Finally tonight.
Yeah, tonight. You know, here's a spoonful of sugar to help the horrific medicine of the world go down.
It is a cute story.
It's a cute story. It's a stupid story. It's a story with variations that happen every year. You know, there's a bird in the arena. There's a raccoon on the field. There's a cat on the ice. And
there's a buffalo throwing an old man into the air.
Hey, by the way, just between you and me, 2 Buffalo Bills fans here. That new uniform.
Oh, someone asked if we were going to talk about it.
The Nickel City.
It's gross.
First of all, the uniform itself, I don't mind so much.
Helmet.
The helmet.
No bison on it.
Who cares? I don't care what's on it and what's not on it. It looks ridiculous with that large red thing going all the way back and then meeting. How do people get paid for this stuff?
You guys look like a wannabe San Diego or Los Angeles Chargers kind of jersey.
The jersey is not great, but I think if you had a better helmet, it wouldn't be so awful. That helmet is the worst football helmet in the NFL I've seen since, do you remember while the 49ers were great with like Montana going into Steve Young, they made a decision, next year we're changing our helmets. Do you remember the helmet they were going to change to?
No.
It had 49ers written on the side of the helmet, and it was so god-awful. It looked like a USFL helmet or a WFL helmet that the fans rose up and they just didn't do it, and they've stayed with the same helmet the whole time. This is worse.
Have you gotten a sense of the consensus? Is everybody hating
I think people hate
it. It looks
but
awful.
my feeling is that the uniform itself, it's not great, but it is that helmet is the worst helmet in the history, or at least since I've been watching since 1970, ever. Worse than the first Buccaneers helmet. They had that
the creamsicle?
Yeah, the guy that had that Broadway actor.
Hey,
with
The Austin P Governors in college football have a better helmet.
Yeah, it's a
than
top
that.
hat.
Yeah, that's a lot better than that
Isn't
one.
it like a top hat and a cane?
I believe it is, yes.
All right, now we have to do the spoonful of sugar to help the horror of the world go down that we've been covering for the rest of the show. Just like your local news station. And go ahead. So what happened, Jared? Did a squirrel get on the field?
It sure did.
Oh, my goodness.
A squirrel broke out during the Orioles-Tigers game up there in Detroit.
Somebody shoot it?
Nobody shot it, but
That's
guess what?
what
Hey, the play-by-play...
we could eat that thing.
The play-by-play announcers got involved, guys.
The chase for the squirrel is on. And the corner, and the squirrel is still eluding
Squirrel
an entire horde of grounds crew members.
That's
and the squirrel's free once again. Hemmed in? No, I won't be hemmed in. I have freedom on my mind. Trying to go between the legs, and eventually he gets away again.
Oh, this could go on for hours. For
They-
hours.
Oh, and it is rabies.
And guys, the good news is they ended up safely catching the squirrel and removing it from the stadium.
Who cares?
Then they put it in the trash
Who
bin.
cares? Your cat eats squirrels and kills squirrels in your backyard every day. But this one, was it taken care? Was it released freely? Oh, thank goodness.
Maybe they can give tips to the Braves on how to remove a pitcher from the
Hey,
Hey, it's one game. It's
That's
one
right.
game.
Come on, people.
Come on.
Mets are about to turn it around. And
Plus, tonight I've got Jurassic Sharks. It's going to be tough between Jurassic Sharks and
and
the
that's
Braves.
another thing. He's gonna, I'm a millennial. It's Shark Week. That's a thing. So even though I don't really care, I've got to act like I care because I'm a millennial, and it's Shark Week. My life is about experiences. Thank you.
I'll be using the new emojis.
That music is telling us two things.
He did it.
He did it. He did it. Of course he's going to do it.
Emojis.
Shut the hell up and get the hell out. I'm not saying that to you. I'm saying that's what the music is
I
telling
understand.
us.
I don't take it personally.
Shelley Winter. Damn, I thought you would. Shelley Winter's coming up next. He's got a great radio show for you as usual. We're going to come back and do this tomorrow at 3 p.m. You are all, each and every one of you, invited to join us. But until then, continue on your journey. Don't piss off the genie.
6:56 in the Trustdale.com traffic center. Right now, we're still monitoring a crash in Marietta on 75 southbound at Delk Road. That's exit 261, where 2 left lanes remain blocked. And we're also seeing some trouble on the West Freeway, I-20 westbound at Holmes Drive. A crash there is been moved on to the right shoulder, but it's still causing some onlooker delays. This report is brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing. From the Trustdale.com traffic center, Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Money update. From WSB consumer expert Clark Howard. Sponsored by Reliable Heating and Air.
How do you get information about your health? One of the problems with advice available online is what are known as AI deepfakes. You think you're getting advice from an actual medical doctor, but it's all AI. Before you take advice from something you see online, you need to validate and know that the person you may need to see is an actual real in-person medical doctor instead of following advice you see online.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Priority Men's Medical Center restores men's love lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Priority Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Priority Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone